I still see a white-haired woman.
No, I see Nathan.
Cool.
Maybe it's, I don't know. It just takes it a while to seep through the interwebs.
Or maybe Matt just sees what he wants to see.
The power of
Just
perception is
kidding.
reality.
Uh, this is a nicer picture than Nathan.
True that. Sorry, we're done, Michael.
That's quite all right. So, anyway, the small town of Hearthstone has underfallen bad and harsh times. Not only was it a victim of a recent war with the Lizard Men, where many of its inhabitants were killed, thus leaving many orphans, and unfortunately the orphanage was taken over by a hag who was turning the children into kobolds and allowing them to act like whatever they wanted at night. As long as they were good during the day, they could go out and rampage and steal and kill and maim and, do it up, where the wild things are back then. And our heroes were asked to look into the thievery going on in the middle of the night. They found out the reason, put an end to it, killed the hag, and freed the children from being turned into kobolds. But unfortunately, some of the children died before it was determined that they were just kids and not actual, honest to goodness, kobolds. So sadness has taken over the town of Hearthstone, and they sent out search parties to find these bodies that were thrown into a pit. And it was kind of an out-of-the-way pit, but it took them a little while, but eventually they found it. And they're having their funeral, and they have requested the heroes, who they do not blame them for the deaths of the children. They blame the hag for all the horrible things that occurred. But they have asked them to attend, and for the UAG itself to send emissaries to the funeral on their behalf. So if you didn't play in the Thieves in the Night game, there's still a reason for you to be here. And as the funeral procession enters the big town hall of the area, for their church is very small and not big enough to handle this kind of procession. The whole town is here for the remains of the 6 children, actually 7. That's right, there was a 7th child killed in the orphanage.
What? There should only be, there was, what, 3 that attacked us? 2 of them died. One of them had its head caved in. One of them was decapitated, right?
No, 5 of the 6 that attacked you died.
Okay,
One was used as a hostage to interrogate. You're right, there's only 6. And then 1 more died in the orphanage.
Yeah.
And then the one at the... I was thinking all 6 of the kobolds died.
No, we brought 1 back as proof.
Alright, so 6 bodies. And 6 small childlike coffins. The children ranged in age from 4 to 9 are being slowly carried up the center of the town hall as the people are gathered in. And as this is happening, and they're being led by a priest, more an officiant than an actual honest-to-God cleric. He is known as a pencil pusher type member of the priesthood with no real miraculous abilities to note. But he's been sent here to officiate this funeral for this small, poor town. Now, as they're coming and making their way up through the center, go ahead and describe yourself and your character and what they're doing, what they look like, how they feel about all this. And let's go ahead and start from the top of my list as people I wrote down. Sandra.
Wow, this is actually the very first time that I go first.
Plan for everything.
So, my name's Sandra. I'm going to be playing Nathan Sign. He's a paladin of vengeance and a fallen Asima. He kind of sent out on a quest with Cassandra. They have their own battle to fight, basically, and to grow stronger, they both turn to the UAG to gain more experience. Is basically what it is. They usually go around in pairs of 2 because they kind of know that they would kind of get killed without each other. So, yeah, he is basically sticking around, but he's not too very touched, like, emotionally that children died. Like, he doesn't show too much, so He's rather apathic. Is that the word? Apathic or like
Apathetic.
apathetic about it? Yeah, but that's about it.
What does Nathan look like?
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to describe him. Like actually describe him. So he is a 7'4" tall.
No.
He weighs 190 pounds. His skin is like very, very pale. He's got black hair and well, he's about 40 years old. Like he looks not too old, not too young, not like a newbie. He's got blue eyes. His hair is like going to the neck, and he's wearing he has like a head of disguise that he really likes using. So every now and then he just likes to deceive like one or the other people. So the hat looks more like a helmet thing, but it's not a helmet. So basically something like in the picture.
Okay. And the children and the procession slowly passes you by as you gaze into it uncaringly. All right. Next up, Alex is not here, so we'll skip and go with Megan.
Okay. Lyra, who was there when these children passed, through no fault of her own, because she never touched a single person. She just may or may not have fat shamed one of them, which she feels bad about.
Fat shamed? What the fuck? You bully.
Yeah,
It really hurt her feelings too.
it did. But yeah, she's dressed a little more somberly than the last time she was here, in deference to the occasion. She's still got like her horns are still adorned with all kinds of like earrings and just little baubles and stuff. And she's not meeting any of the eyes of any of the people in the procession or anything. She feels like guilt for her part in things, and the fact that she left Charles's character there to basically dump all the kids in the body or in the pit to begin with. She had intended to let them know where all those bodies that the children had died there. However, she got caught up defeating the hag, and she just wanted out. So she's just very somberly standing there. She is a tiefling bard, and she's got her viol out, but she's not playing it right at the moment.
You'll notice that as the procession passes you by, you'll catch a lot of sideways glances, and you'll hear whispering as people turn around and look at you and then not look at you. And you hear stuff like, "I bet she's in league with that hag. Devils always stick together." You know, they give you a wide berth. Like, unless the fellow members of the UAG are sitting in the same pew as you, none of the townspeople are. And so next up, we will have... remove my glasses. William, go ahead and describe Valedictorian.
Okay. Yeah, my name's Will. I'm playing Valedictory. Valedictory is would be standing probably next to everybody else in the UAG, not really showing any emotion. His arms crossed over his chest, just kind of taking it all in, not really caring that the kids were in the end dispatched. He chalks it up to them being possessed by the hag's evil aura and whatnot, and the fact that their intent was to do harm to begin with, so they ended up playing stupid games and winning stupid prizes. And the stupid prize just happened to be death for them, whether they were kids or not, doesn't really matter in his mind. So he's just kind of watching, stands about 6 foot even, weighs about 225 pounds, muscled but not overly so, and he's taken to wearing studded leather armor that's a greenish color, He wears a half face mask. The only thing you can see is basically from the bridge of his nose up to the top of his forehead. Everything else is covered in a cowl.
So the opposite Batman.
Pretty much.
Okay. And then next up will be Matt. Go ahead and describe Alavar.
Alvar is. He spent some time wandering the forest. That's how he encountered the sword he uses. That whenever he attacks something with it, it feels warm. He has brown hair. He stands around 5'11". He feels bad about the situation, but he's not going to doubt himself. It was their fault for being out there. And he's going to stand beside Lyra if no one else is going to.
Okay. Alavar was a member of that other party, correct?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. And yeah, is anybody not standing by Lyra? From the UAG. I mean, none of the townspeople are, but I'm assuming you all are like taking your own.
Guildies stick together.
Yeah. You all have your own pew. And then finally we have Alex, who has just joined. Go ahead and describe Cassandra.
I'm playing Cassandra Haloheart, a Protector Asimar. She has long golden hair and silver skin. Devotion Paladin wearing heavy armor and carrying a longsword and shield. Recently, she's gotten into being a servant of Palor, so some of her armor is also bright yellow and with little suns decorated on it. And she feels bad about what happened, and she's a little confused on what particularly happened. And of course, with the UAG being invited here, she decided that she might be able to help settle things if it comes to using some words.
All right. As you all are scanning around and looking at the crowd as the procession goes up the middle with the kids, the first few rows of the hall are all taken up by other orphans, those who are no longer under the hag's dominion. But you recognize some of them from your time here, if you were here earlier, and a few of them will even come up and say thanks to those of you who took part in that other one, going, I really didn't think that was right what we were doing under her control, and what's so much nicer now. And you'll see there will be two ladies on either side who have now taken over management of the orphanage. They were brought here by Chris's characters. They were former sex slaves. I don't know what's up with that, but he told me he stashed some former sex slaves here. So two of them have taken over management of the orphanage now that...
Yeah. They both one of Will's character and Miss took up the 5 acres and the goat deal.
Yeah.
So that happened in one of my games.
Yeah,
like a bunch of them. So
I think there's like I think there's like 6 former trafficked ladies, or five or six of them. I don't.
I think
It
that
was
11,
more
like 4 in one and 7 in another.
Okay, yeah,
Five
that's
in
right.
one.
There was like a
I
whole
thought there was
bunch
like
of them.
7 in total.
7 of them were kidnapped. 4 of them were proper sex slave traffickers. 2 of them were actual workers who actually did the job, so they actually just went back. And 1 of them is a pissed off noble.
Well, 2 of the ones brought to the farms have taken over management of the orphanage now, and they will come up and they will also thank you and there'll be some socializing before the procession actually started.
Do we know all this background story even if we weren't there? Like, is somebody going to tell us? Because all I know is that we came here for like some orphan children funeral, which is fine by me. But
I'm
does
assuming in your travels here, those who have partaken in this, like especially Lyra, would you, like on your travel here, would you have sang them a song of the deeds done in Hearthstone?
Yeah, I would have definitely told them the story and given them all the pertinent details.
fair enough. Thank you.
No problem.
And if you wanted to use all your inspiration, you should have just joined our game last night.
If I wasn't at work, I would have.
I
Yeah.
thought you're off on weekends.
I work Monday to Friday, and then if I don't get mandated to work, I can sometimes get a Saturday off.
Oh, dude, that sucks.
And then Sundays is basically the only day I have off for sure.
Yeah. Alex got a deck of many things, and using Javier was just using all of his inspiration to get rid of all the bad cards.
Well, they're still in there. He just took all the good ones, fucker.
Okay. So, and then the kids will be laid down, and they'll be set there at the very top, and then the priest will come. And give me a second as I find the priest. He will start to give a sermon among everything, and there will be crying and sniffling periodically. And like, we have come here gathered today to mourn the loss of these fine children. They did not live long in this world. Their lives were not kind, but we know that now that they are gone, that the good Lord will take care of them. Paylor, I suppose. Not sure.
Okay.
I hope he said Paylor, I suppose.
Did he say that?
No, that was me. I don't know.
Kevin Vor?
Kalenvor would probably be a better one.
Yeah, don't say ball.
Okay. He wouldn't have stuttered. He would have known what he was talking about. I don't.
That's good.
Shanti is also a pretty good candidate.
Let's just not expect him to read an entire mess here, shall we?
No, I want the full eulogy.
Right?
And then he'll invite people to come up to say kind
So
words.
Lyra's gonna play Dust in the Wind?
Yeah.
And some of the kids will come up and say, like, I really like little Bobby. He was so nice. Yada, yada.
Yada yada.
Bobby was so nice and great, and we used to play jacks and everything like that all the time. And the kids will come up, and then somebody's like, I knew their parents, and they were brave warriors, and fought off the lizard man, and gave their lives to protect
Wait, weren't they orphans though? How do you know their parents? What the fuck?
They were
because
orphaned
they started
because their
the
parents were
wars
killed.
with the
Oh, fair enough. I thought it was an orphanage. No one knew their parents. Never mind. Go on. I'm being stupid.
They weren't orphaned at birth.
And I knew their parents, and they were brave citizens who helped fight off the lizard men. and their children deserve to have long lives and not this. I can't believe what kind of hell has taken over here. And yada yada, and a lot of them just do that. Any of you would like to come up and say some words about the orphans?
Lyra would go up and play a song, probably something like ridiculous, like "Oh Death," like the one from, if you've ever seen what's it called? "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?" That song near the very end.
I've seen it. I'm not familiar though. I can't place that one.
Yeah, it's one of the ones where it's like very like wounded, wounded. Won't you spare me wounded till another year? Like that one, like really like slow.
Give me a performance check.
Oh, I'm so afraid of all my dice, as Alex probably knows.
You've been having a really bad day.
I have. This one shouldn't be as bad though. That is performance. 18.
Hey, it brings many a tear to the eye. Some of the patrons, they're and they're grabbing up their oh my God, I've become stupid. I can't think today. Handkerchiefs and dotting up their eyes, putting a sniffling. There's not a dry eye in the house. And even the kids are like, some of them who are just, they're kids. They don't like funerals, or getting fidgety, standing around, kicking at rocks, and even them stop that and look up to you, and they get a little misty-eyed and whimsical at that.
When I'm done, I'll just very quietly put my things away, like not stopping for applause or anything, and quietly sit back down.
It's a funeral, you get no applause.
Hey, are we supposed to say something here, like all of us?
Suppose.
Or was that enough?
If anybody else would, the priest is still like that. Are there any other priests who would like to say final goodbye or words about these poor orphan souls?
Sure.
Oh God.
Okay,
Nathan, what are you doing?
I got it under control. Don't worry. And he goes up and he takes a minute too long to prepare. Like, I think there's some how do you call that? Podest, like the thing where you stand on. Yeah. He's like,
to everyone else, she's a little nervous about him going up.
So I didn't know any of these kids, and I'm really sorry about what happened, and that's tragic. But we will find the ones that are responsible for this, and we will make sure that they will pay accordingly, which is in this case death, because those orphans died too. So we will make sure that they get their vengeance. And again, I'm really sorry that they died, but there's nothing I can do about it other than tracing back why and stuff like that. So thank you for your attention, and good day.
Lyra's just got her face in her hands, like, oh my God.
Val's gonna kind of lean over to one of the other grouping, but he does know that we've already taken care of the problem, right?
Look, he's not known for paying attention. Okay, just let him do his thing. She just kind of pulls her shield out in front of herself and hides her head behind it.
While Nathan's up there talking, we all just move to another pew to try to hide.
I cast
Do you want
mirror image? Just a wall of illusion or something, so that we're no longer there.
I've got a 23 on my performance.
This might be the only use for Phantasmal Force.
All right, so you got a 23 on performance. It actually kind of riled the crowd up. They're like, yeah, go get that person who did that. Awesome. And a few people are like, didn't they already deal with that?
Who is this guy?
You did get a few of them kind of like, yeah.
Good spirits at a funeral.
Yeah, fucking hey, let's go get the pitchforks and torches.
Well, I thought that went well.
Of course, you would be the only one to turn a children's funeral into a rallying cry for action and blood.
At least it gets our spirits going, right?
Man, that does.
I just lean in towards him. Weren't you paying attention? It was our fault that they died.
So, what? What?
Point of contention there. It wasn't our fault they died. They attacked first.
Okay, but we still killed them, and it's our fault that they're dead.
So
No, it's not our fault that they're dead. They attacked first. Therefore, it's their own fault. They played stupid games. They won stupid prizes. Now they're dead.
Either way,
So why are we here if we're the reason they're dead? Like, shouldn't we not be here?
But that's just it. We're not the reason they're dead. The old hag turned them into kobolds at night. They attacked us. We killed them. Boom. Done.
Is the hag
hag's
dead?
already dead. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, fair enough then. But well, then that's their own fault. Nothing I
okay,
can do about that.
but you did just antagonize them all to maybe kill their killers. So just
I didn't know that.
To be fair, I did tell you that multiple times on the way up. Every time you forgot, and you'd be like, "Why are we going to see these kids again?" And I'd be like, "Because they died while we were fighting them. So they look like kobolds. Then we killed the hag, and now everything's good. But we got to go to the funeral." And then you'd be like 10 minutes later, you'd be like, "Oh, why are we going to these?"
Can you please stop talking? I'm so bored of it. But you're way too pretty for me to actually pay attention to the words you say. I'd rather pay attention to how you say it, if that makes sense. So, good talk. I'll just wait outside.
The priest will start to.
I'll stay.
If anybody back there doesn't mind, I shall continue with the ceremony. Now, I've been told that the children had a particular music box that they liked, and that it was meant to be played at their funeral. Instruction was left by the former manager of the orphanage, the original Miss Haversham, not the one who that.
So we're not talking about the hag wanting us to play this box, right?
That he does not believe so. He believes this instruction was left by the original Miss Haversham. That the children really loved this music box, and that she wished for it to be played for their graduation from the orphanage. And since, in a manner, this is a graduation from the miserable life of being an orphan into the great beyond and light and goodness of Kellenborg, who I know nothing about. I don't. He does. I'm not a realm deity guy. But yeah. Kellenborg into the blessings and bosoms of him. It is now their graduation from that. And he cranks the side of the music box.
$5 says something bad happens.
Really?
What are bucks?
5 gold says something bad happens.
Oh, I was kind of thinking that you were going to somehow get a horse to kick people.
No, I was actually, talking deer, but we'll go with gold instead.
So are we making a bet?
I think it's rather gauche to bet at a funeral.
I raise you 10.
Goats? There are no goats here. What do goats have to do with betting at a funeral?
Can we not? Right now?
Gauche. Lacking in ease or grace. Unsophisticated. That kind of thing.
I don't understand how goats get in here. So we're supposed to play this music machine.
He has it up at the front of the procession.
Well, just go ahead and play it.
He's
I am now hiding under my shield.
he is cranking the music box at the same time, giving you all the evil eyes. You are chatting.
Why is he giving us the evil eyes? I mean, we were invited here.
You're chatting at a funeral.
Oh well, that's pretty fair. And I'm gonna give 10 gold to Valdatori. What is your name?
Valdatori.
Valdatori. Yep. I'm gonna give you 10 gold because I'm betting also that something bad's happening.
All right, keep your money until it's settled.
Oh, fair enough. Well, 10. Let's see what happens.
Okay, so you're betting at 10 that something bad happens. Somebody else
Yep.
is betting 5 that something bad happens. Is anybody taking the bet that it's not going to happen?
I'm just not betting.
Yeah, I'm not betting in a funeral.
What's wrong with you people?
Hey, Cassandra, do you have another shield? Because I'm pretty sure there's something gonna pop out of that thing and try to
Yep.
No,
eat one of the parishioners.
Yep.
no, I don't. And I'm not going to cast Shield of Faith of you because there's chaos magic here.
I'm taking my shield out as well. I'm like, yeah, okay.
I was using it
There's
to
no
pray.
chaos magic here.
Val's casting around, or just looking around for something to hold up in front of him. He sees a chair, so he just kind of holds it up, legs towards the parishioners, like like a lion tamer. Like, all right, there's some screwy's gonna happen here.
I hold my hand out, and I just say, "Come," and my sword appears in my hand.
I thought something different was gonna happen there.
Wait, are we the bad thing that's gonna happen?
I think us as the bad thing has already happened.
Well, okay, play the music box. Go ahead, I'm ready.
Lyra's gonna have it the lantern of daylight. She's not gonna turn it on, but she's gonna have it like sitting in her lap just in case.
So is the guy playing the music box?
Yes.
So it's going like what? Oh, this is going to be bad. So very bad.
Sounds pretty nice to me.
And
So
then,
gonna lose my money about this.
no, and then something bad happens.
God
Oh well.
As if that wasn't choreographed enough for you.
I know something bad was going to happen, but I mean, do you guys really have to just be assholes about it? God damn it.
Well, I wasn't trying to be an asshole. I was just saying.
You were walking in the back of the chair in front of you like a lion tamer.
He sets the chair down. He sets the chair down like, nonchalantly.
And the other person summoned a sword.
Yeah, no, it's like is it a free action? Is it an action? What is it?
It's a standard action.
I thought it was.
If we went into combat, I didn't want to have to waste a turn.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. That's my money. Okay, but no one bet against us. Fuck.
Yeah.
That's
We
what
all
how
bet
this
that
works.
something bad would happen.
Appearing from behind the 6 coffins.
Totally saw you coming, dude.
You will eat your soul. I will eat the souls and take your bodies. Unless that music box is destroyed, I will kill you all.
See, that's where your flaw is. You just told us, like, literally your weakness.
Shit.
I'll just go ahead and try to destroy it.
Everybody go ahead and give me an initiative roll, if you would, please.
Okay.
And Matt's pretty good at this, so I'm just going to go ahead and just tell him what its initiative is and let him type it in there. Oh,
Can I roll insight against it?
Yeah, what is that thing?
Yes, you may. And its initiative is 18.
I'm gonna make a list.
Oh, okay. I know Matt's pretty good at that. So
I don't have insight as a skill, so it's just 14.
What do you want to know? He looks evil.
Oh, I mean, yeah, of course it's evil, but
He's a
why
more,
would it just seems
wants to
kind
know
of
if what he spoke is truthful.
no clue.
okay. Just
Okay,
barges out in the open, declares it's going to kill us all, and then exposes its weakness. I'm skeptical.
Who said it was his weakness? He just said he was going to kill everybody until it is destroyed. Whatever.
Oh, then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
would it be Arcana or Nature to try and figure out what that thing is?
I would call it Arcana.
Okay, then I got a 21.
From here, you can't really tell, but you're assuming that there is some link. You'd have to actually, inspect the music box. Go up to it instead of just sitting here in the future going. "Urgh."
Okay, so yeah, okay, not a problem. It's
But
like,
you definitely
gonna
do
yell
see
out.
that there's a link. You know that, and you could feel with the 21. Say you could feel the song, the tune itself, kind of seemed to strike certain chords that could activate magic.
Its initiative was 18. Did you say 18?
Yes.
There you go.
Oh yeah, you are so fucking handy over this stuff. Alabar, what would you like to do? Gully Ghost. It is amorphous. It is see-through,
Okay.
transparent.
How far away is it?
Let's go with it is about 50 feet away from you all at the very front behind the coffins. You all are about halfway back.
Okay. Bonus action, I'm going to hex it.
Okay.
And main action, I'm going to... Movement, I'm going to move so I'm 20 feet away, and then I'm going to... A glow of energy comes over my sword, and I swing it, and a ball of energy comes out, and I shoot an Eldritch Blast at it.
Okay. And you move 20 feet back?
I move 30 feet towards it.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood. Okay. Roll it.
Yeah, I got a 19 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that'll definitely hit.
So, did 9 points of force and 4 points of necrotic.
Oh. Yes, that's right. It has condition immunities and such like that. Force and necrotic.
Yeah. Did the necrotic do anything to it?
Here's the funny thing. Apparently, it does. Wow. I'm just as shocked as you are. It comes and just blasts into this thing. And you see not only just the power, the force of it, but the blackness kind of eats away at its centerness as it loses a bit of cohesion in its center mass, and it slowly starts to come back together. But you can tell that it's definitely badly injured. Anything else for you?
No.
Right. Valdatori, what would you like to do?
Okay. The Arcana, the Arcana check for trying to figure out what this thing is. Would that have told me whether it can be harmed by mundane weapons or not?
Oh, the ghost?
Yes.
You got a feeling that ghosts generally aren't. I mean, they can be, but they're not so much.
Okay, so he's gonna pull out his crossbow and he's gonna just take a look at everybody and say, I don't think this is going to do much, but it's worth a shot. Haha. And so 22 to hit,
That'll hit.
and that's 6 points of damage total piercing. Although you know, he'd be like looking at it to see if it seems like it hurt it like it should have.
It went through it. You can see it kind of slowed down, like as in a slow motion thing. It was going real fast, and as it hit it, it kind of slowed down in slow motion, passing through it, and then whipped through and just hit the back wall behind it. You can see little tendrils of the black vapor that makes up the ghost kind of spill out after it, like little droplets floating in the air of blood.
Okay, so yeah, he's gonna kind of nod and say, "Yeah, I was afraid of that. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do much in this fight," and he'll disappear. Use bonus action to hide. And that's going to be a stealth of a dirty 20.
All right, so you duck behind a pew. I'm assuming behind some people. People are starting to panic. I mean, the place is packed. People are panicking and they're looking around like, "Oh my God, what's going on?"
Right.
Do you go any further, closer, or do you just duck behind where you're at?
Actually, I think he'd probably shift along the wall or try to get to the wall.
Okay.
To get towards the door to kick it open so that people can start pouring out.
Okay, so you want to like towards the back?
Yeah, trying to get the people out of there.
Okay.
You know, get towards the door and just start moving people out.
Okie dokie doggy day. And then on its turn, it'll rise up huge and big and go, and everybody sees what they fear most. If everybody looking at the creature besides Valvatore, who I suppose is not looking at the creature, will please give me a wisdom saving throw.
Natural 20.
15.
Same as me. Natural 20.
What are we doing?
Wisdom save.
Oh, fuck. 10.
I believe that's one more.
Wait, one more. What?
I heard a 10, 2 nat 20s, a 15. Never mind, that is all. 2 nat 20s, 15, and a 10. The 10 fails. You are now frightened. You're now scared. Who was that? That was
me.
Lyra,
Nathan.
right?
Nope. That was Nathan.
Nathan?
Yup.
I'm sorry.
Me too.
You are now under the effects of a fear spell. As long as you can see it, you must take the dash action to get away from it. As long as you can see it or have a line of sight to it, you don't even get a saving throw.
Right.
You outside and get a save again, so you'll be.
Once you break line of sight from it, behind full cover or completely away from it, you can save. You can make the save again.
Yeah.
Right.
It's okay. And then it'll go and it'll disappear into one of the coffins.
It disappears? Well, that's easy.
Okay, Cassandra, what would you like to do?
So, is it noticeable that Nathan's afraid?
Yes. Oh, and not only that, but many of the people in the first few rows, especially the kids, let's just say most of them failed their save because they're all 0 level schmucks. And there's a big rush of people coming back towards you as you all were about halfway through, especially the orphans are now people are running past you to the point where it's going to be difficult terrain to move any closer forward because of the mass exodus. People climbing over pews, running around, screaming their heads off, as if, the ghost itself wasn't bad enough appearing there, but now you have all this.
All right, so I'm gonna. So we're not in the chaos energy, right?
No. No.
We're not affected by chaos here.
No.
Okay. Then I'm gonna reach over. I'm gonna walk over to Nathan, and I'm gonna say, "You're a champion of light. Act like it." And I'm gonna cast protection from evil and good on him, and he can make a new saving throw against the fear effect.
22.
With advantage, but you don't need that.
That was a natural 20. So, God damn it. Yeah, you're right. I almost forgot about that. Yeah.
And then I'm going to kind of just step back from the crowd, and
Maybe hit one of the side walls.
yeah, just so I don't get in the way. And where's Valdatori?
He ran backwards towards the main doors that opened them to help people out.
Okay.
Trying to get people out of here so that more people don't end up dead.
Okay. And I'm gonna actually, is it possible to just run over the pews instead of running through the crowd?
Well, some of the crowd is running over the pews to get it out, but yeah you can
Okay.
do it. It'll be difficult terrain, but you can
Okay.
do that.
So I will move, well, as much as 30 feet will let me forward.
The difficulty would be half 15 feet.
Yeah.
So you would be 35 feet away from the creature now, or from the coffins where it went into.
Okay. And that will be my turn.
PEWS. Yes, thanks, Dale.
No problem.
Alright, and let me write this down before I lose it as it goes through the tracker. Alvar, Valdatori. Alvar, Valdatori. Cassandra, Lyra, and Nathan. What would you like to do, Lyra?
All right. Well, Lyra will take out her viol and play like this really discordant note, and use that to cast Fairy Fire where she last saw him, this creature.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So he has to make a Dex saving throw.
All right. Dex saving throw. Sorry, I had to get up to let the dog out. She was. And back. Saving throw. It made it. Well, I'm sorry. Glitter bomb goes off what color?
It would have been a light blue.
Light blue?
Yeah.
Light blue. Ooh, there's somebody else up there. The priest. DC 14, Lyra. Yeah, he made it. Okay. Big blue glitter bomb just goes off at the front of the thing. And it falls and catches on things, and there are many surfaces glowing. The priest just manages to duck out of the way a bit and get no glitter on him. Most of the bodies just lie there. The coffins must be covered or closed because most of the dead bodies. No, let's say they do get it. It lands on them, the coffins. But one body in particular is not covered in glitter.
Okay. She'll sort of curse under her breath, and she'll look to her companions, and she will say, if there's something strange in the sleepy town, who are you going to turn to? UAG. And there's creepy music, and it don't sound good. Who are you going to turn to? UAG. And as she finishes that, her form will just sort of light up in this like almost holy radiant light, almost like she's got these beautiful feathered wings, and all of her party mates have 5 temporary hit points. And at this point in time, if you would like to, you can use your reaction to move 30 feet.
Oh, wow. What's that?
That is Mantle of Inspiration. It uses a bardic inspiration. So
I am going to use my reaction to move 30 feet closer towards it, considering I'm 20 feet away from it.
And I'm moving forward as well.
Well, I'm moving forward too.
Okay.
Yeah, I figured we had a lot of melee guys, so I'm like, move it.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
I was being inappropriate.
Val's gonna kick open the doors if they haven't been already, with the movement that he has available to him, and then he'll use any available movement to go back towards the combat.
You'll be able to kick out the doors. You'll be able to get a little bit inside, but the people are storming out. It's almost difficult to, shoulder your way into an area where everybody's filing out, running, screaming with their heads calling out. Ah!
I got you.
Everybody who is trying to move forward, you're cutting difficult terrain, so it'd only be instead of 30 feet, you'll only get 15 feet closer to it.
Okay, that's cool.
As you're climbing over people, and people are running and screaming, "It's over! It's over! Oh my God, dogs and cats living together! What's going on?"
So I'm 5 feet away from it.
Yes. Yeah, Alavar is 5 feet away from it. Or, 5 feet where you last saw it.
Hmm.
Nathan, what would you like to do? You're now 35 feet away from the creature as well.
Is the creature still there, though? Can I see it?
From where the creature last was.
Okay. Okay, that's different. What is that? I have something on my sheet and it's really weird. And I don't know what it is. Never mind. So I can't see it, so I will just walk forwards towards the music machine thing.
Okay.
And I have something to throw. Yeah, I do. So how far? I can only move 15 feet, right? If I don't want to lose my action.
Yes.
Okay. So I move 15 feet, then I should be 20 feet away from the music machine, or am I closer?
Let's say the music machine was about 5 feet closer than it was in front of all the coffins. So
Cool.
that would be only 15 feet away.
Oh, yeah.
So
when I hexed it, all charisma ability checks has disadvantage.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna throw a javelin at the music machine.
All right.
And try to knock it out of its existence. What does javelin go on? Is that dex or strength?
I go with your
Strength, I believe.
The strength.
Okay. Then
Yeah,
it's
definitely. Okay.
17 to hit. Oh, I had proficiency to that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 19 to hit.
Inanimate object, you hit it.
Cool.
Small.
Oh yeah.
The D6
Okay.
plus strength.
D6. Yeah. That's gonna be 8 damage, 8 piercing damage.
Oh. It sticks
Oh, and I get. Oh no, never mind. Yep, go ahead.
It sticks into the side of the music box, and if you want, it can fall off the table where it was set in front of all the kids and go clattering off into the ground.
Is it destroyed?
Is it a what?
Is it destroyed?
Oh no, but it is highly damaged.
Okay. Well, I guess that's all I can do for now. So,
Okay.
well, I can't see it. I cannot make a perception check or anything to see it. So, well, that's all I can do, really. I'm done.
And let's just say that you are probably out of the difficult terrain area because now, once you hit 15 feet, you're beyond. There's nobody left to.
Oh, can I use my bonus action to draw my sword then? Because I just threw the javelin. Cool. I will do that, and then that's the end of my turn.
Okay. That's it, or an item interaction, but yeah, it's fine. And drawing a javelin is part of the attack thing. That's how you can use extra attack and throw multiple javelins, because drawing is part of the attack action. Alamar, what would you like to do again? You're 20 feet away from the creature. You're almost out of the difficult terrain. Say 10 feet of movement.
I'm 5 feet away from where it was.
Oh. Okay. Oh, that's right. Okay, you're right. You're right. You're standing right there. You were next to the table when the javelin came and whacked the music box, and it fell off the table, cattering on the ground.
Yeah.
What would you like to do? The glitter is just everywhere. Everything is glowing in glitter. Except for one particular child.
I am going to swing my sword again and blast the child that isn't glowing.
Okay. Roll
That's
it.
a critical hit.
Okay.
What, you're attacking a child?
A corpse of a child.
That doesn't
kind
make it
of our
better.
thing. It's kind of our thing. It's what we do.
Oh
I
my
did
god.
4 necrotic and 14 force damage because I rolled a 1 on the D10.
Describe your mutilation of this corpse.
And I was being inappropriate, right? By betting 10 gold? I was being inappropriate?
Now is not the time for that.
Okay.
Did I
Later
not
then.
hit the specter?
You hit the corpse, not glowing in.
Well, this is awkward.
It's a thing of force energy, so it just sort of
Puffs.
drives into the chest of the body.
Okay, so you just careened in the chest, caved it in.
Well, because anything alive would pass the fairy fire. Anything dead would automatically glow. So,
And how much damage total did you do again?
if it wasn't the specter, then it was just a 14 force. The necrotic comes from the hex.
Okay. And you just cave in the chest as you put the Eldritch Blast directly overhead into it. And as you do such, the chest caves in, blood pours out around the area, and then coming out of the nose and eyes, the specter stands before you again, coming out of the body of the creature, of the corpse that you just mutilated. It was hiding in there.
Yeah.
Okay, not feeling so awkward now.
Anything else for you, Alavar?
I'm going to move right up next to it.
Okay.
And I just gotta check something. As a bonus action, I'm also going to use my Hexblade's curse on it.
Okay. Alright, so next up would then be Valatori. What would you like to do?
Val's going to move toward the combat as best he can. And he's going to take another shot at it with his light crossbow. Is it an 18 hit?
It does.
Okay, so that's 6 force 10 plus 4. So that's going to be 14 piercing damage.
Okay.
And how far is Val able to move into the church?
Alright. Valatori was all the way at the other end,
Uh-huh.
and then he had 10 feet of movement left from the Mantle of Inspiration, so you got 5 feet closer. You're still in the difficult terrain, so that would be 15 feet, 20 feet inside, and the whole thing is 100 feet long.
Okay. All right, so he's about 80 feet from the combat. All right, cool. Bonus action, he's going to dash
Okay.
for another 15 feet. Just kind of like, or for, 30 feet. I don't know if he's still in difficult terrain or not.
Yeah.
But
you will be.
all right, just kind of like parkering or whatever, leaping over people as best he can, trying to muscle his way through in order to get back into the fight.
Okay.
And that'll be his turn.
Right. And then the priest will be cowering into the corner, going, "No, no, do what it says. Don't let it kill anybody else. Oh, it's so horrible. And it will be its turn. And it will lash out at you, Alavar, with a ghostly tendril. And strike at your very heart and soul as you can feel the coldness of it strike into your body for 12 points of necrotic damage.
What did it get it to hit?
Huh? 21 total.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Yeah, and then you can feel the coldness, and then it disappears.
So I took 12 points of damage?
Yes, necrotic if that matters.
No.
And it disappears again into one of the coffins next to you.
If it moves, I get an attack of opportunity.
That's why it didn't move. It just disappeared into a coffin.
It switched to the ethereal plane?
Something in the manner, yeah. That's how I'm reading it from the book, is that they're all standing next to each other, line in line. So it's within 5 feet, so it's not moving as much as it just disappears into an intact corpse. It can see within 5 feet of it.
Okay. Does the corpse stop glowing?
No, they're still glowing. Cassandra, what would you like to do?
Well, I'm still pretty far back, so I've only moved 30 feet from the back, so I will move another 15 feet through difficult terrain.
Okay.
Actually, why the hell am I doing that?
Wait there.
Actually, I'm not going to do that. I have a magic item that I just haven't used. As my bonus action, I'm going to use my Ring of Jumping to give myself a jump spell.
Okay.
And I am going to jump the 30 feet.
I'll buy that. You go fly. It's pretty high ceiling too, so.
And I'll use my main action to also jump again, if I can, like a dash.
Okay. Is using the item of what?
It's a bonus action.
Bonus action. Okay. So you're going to jump twice. You can get up there.
Okay.
Be right up there next to the coffins of children, the box lying on the ground with the javelin sticking out of it. Alavar looking.
And that will be my turn. I don't have any other actions left.
Okay. And then next up will be Lyra. What would you like to do?
All right, so we can't see it right now because it's disappeared into that thing, right?
Apparently.
I'm thinking if it disappears into the kid, throwing another fairy fire will probably not do anything. So
I would say it is not considered total cover, just FYI, Sandra.
I'll give another shot to fairy fire. And I'll just play that same discordant note on my mule.
All right. Would both Alavar and Cassandra also give me the saving throws for that, please? It's a 20-foot radius. Friends, allies, anybody.
Yeah.
It's a 20-foot cube.
Yeah. So it's a cube. So I would aim it as to get as few of my allies as possible, but to center on that the coffin that it seemed to have into.
All right. Give me a spellcasting ability check just to see how well you aim it then. And
That's cocked. Wasn't all that great. Plus my spell attack bonus, or
yeah.
so that'd be 12.
I'll say you can do it with only one of them.
Okay.
Your choice. 1, 2, 3 will be Alavar. 4, 5, 6 for Cassandra.
Okay. I got 4.
Okay. So Cassandra can make the saving throw. Alavar will be just off to the side and miss the glitter bomb.
My dex save was 13.
Spell DC is 14. Sorry.
Glittered.
Shiny. Looks good
and
on you.
even and all the corpses, all the coffins are now glittering completely. And oh, let me see the priest. Maybe he is. He's up there. He's crying around on his knees, begging for mercy, and he's glowing as well.
And you get glitter, and you get glitter, and everyone gets glitter. So it missed the specter again, or whatever it is.
Negative. The specter is simply inside of a corpse that is glowing.
All right. And with my bonus action, I'll sort of curse under my breath again and be like, "This is not working. I've got to figure out something else." And I'll look to Nathan and just I'll be like, "I guess I'll inspire you." And I'll be like, "There ain't no quarter for the dead. Holy water don't flow downstream. We got fiends to kill. We got ghosts to slay. There ain't nowhere in this town to save." You get a D6 inspiration.
Huh, that's a good song. A little bit inappropriate here, but thank you. Okay, I'm going to my turn.
Yes.
So, do I know that it jumps to the next corp within 5 feet? Did anyone say that out loud?
No one said it out loud, but it's give me an intelligence check or arcana.
Oh, fuck. Okay, so intelligence. Here we go. That's a 12.
You're not really sure.
Okay. Do I have a fair idea that it's in the corpse that she was aiming at, like where she aimed the fairy fire at?
Maybe.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna go walk up to that guy then, to that corpse, and I don't have difficult terrain anymore, correct?
No.
Cool. Then I'm just gonna hit it with my main action.
Okay.
Just gonna attack this
You will
thing.
have advantage. Not only is it prone, but it is glowing.
Oh yeah, right. So okay, that's a either 22 or 17. Yeah. 22 to hit.
Yep.
And that's going to be a 10. That's 10 damage. And let me see here.
Describe your corpse mutilation.
Well, I will just split it in half, really trying to rip the thing out. And does something come out of it?
Yes, it does.
Okay, then I'm going to use my bonus action and cast Compelled Duel, since I can see it now. So it's forced to attack me or make a save in order to attack something else.
What kind of a save is that? Charisma?
Wisdom, if I'm not mistaken. Give me a second. Compelled. Yeah, that's a wisdom save, and the DC is 15. On a failed save, the target has disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures other than you and must make a wisdom save each time it tries to move to a space that is more than 30 feet away from you. If it succeeds, the spell doesn't restrict its movement for that turn. The spell ends if you attack any other creature. If you cast a spell that targets a hostile creature other than the target, blah, blah, blah.
Total of 18. It looks at you and says, "Ah, you foolish mortal. You wish to challenge me one-on-one? Perhaps one day I'll give it to you and take you back to hell with me."
Don't be such a scaredy cat. Stop running away, will you?
And with that, we go back to the top of the order. Alvar.
I am going to attack that thing.
Roll it.
It did not get fairy fire, did it?
It itself does not. It has not been out when fairy fire.
Okay.
I'm the only one who has been affected by fairy fire thus far.
I'm sorry.
Lyra, do you want to use an inspiration? Because I rolled a natural 1.
Sure. I'll just yell from the back pew and I'll be like, "For God's sake, try to kill something other than a child for once."
Okay. Oh. I got an 11 to hit. Instead of a 1, I rolled a 3.
Your mother sucks cocks in hell. That's why you can't hit me.
Ooh, sick burn.
Oh, damn.
Man, this dude ain't playing.
Anything else for you?
No.
Mouthwash, maybe. Jesus.
Valatori, what would you like to do?
Standard movement to get as far as I can close to this ghost.
I got that as being 50 feet away now.
Okay. And then can the ghost see me?
I can see everything.
Okay, that's what I needed to know. But there's somebody next to him, so he's going to pop off a shot with his crossbow. He knows it's ineffective, or it's not as effective as it should be, but at least it's something. And is a 15 going to hit?
Unfortunately, that will prick me with your foolish mortal weapons.
Is that a yes or no?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So it's going to be 14 total points of damage, all piercing.
Your weapons are as ineffectual as your penis.
Yeah, that's true. And he'll use his bonus action to use cunning action to dash 30 feet
Okay.
closer.
And I'm going to say that will probably be the room is cleared now of... as you get up there, you'll then be clear of all the pressing people going out. And you can get... that would put you 20 feet away from where they are.
All right, cool. Then item interaction, he's going to draw his short sword with one hand. He still have the crossbow in the other. And that'll be his turn.
All right. And the ghost will reach down now into one of the... Oh, we could do that afterwards. Yeah, that's what he'll do. He'll do the bonus action first and then the action. That's a fucking great idea. Sorry. It'll disappear into one of the corpses. What am I doing? Because I want to get the picture up here for this. And then the corpse will sit up. Where is it? And its head will spin around.
Look out for the pea soup.
Yes, exactly.
I knew it.
Everybody who can see it, please give me a wisdom saving throw.
I still have protection from good and evil on me, right? I cannot be frightened anymore.
No? Then don't worry about it.
Okay.
I got 18.
15.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I got a 12.
DC's 11.
Oh, okay, cool. Because I was almost sweating to the oldies for a minute there.
I got a 7.
You are frightened. As a child sits up from the corpse, and there you go.
Is he using the same effect that he did before?
Spreads all over the people near her in combat. Just and then grabs one of the... what's the symbol of Kellenborn?
The symbol of Kellenborn?
Yeah.
I think it's scales.
Let's just say that on the coffins there will be scales, little symbols, little brass, cheap little things. They're going to... She grabs those and starts punching it. She's like, "Let Kellenborn please you!" And she's punching it in. "Let him please you!" And then disappears.
Was that the same effect he was using before?
No, his action was Dimension Door.
Oh. No, the fear effect.
Oh, no, that fear was a spell. This was another effect.
Okay.
Called
Yeah, so he's frightened. Because if they were both the same effect, then I wouldn't have been immune.
No, the fear was a spell. This was a what is it called? What's it called? Violate corpse.
Oh.
Something unnatural, such as vomit blood, twist its head all the way around, cause a quadruped to move as a biped. I got a picture of that too. And then disappears.
Okay.
And you can hear people screaming out front. Ah! Out from the front building. So, Cassandra, what would you like to do?
So in the front here, the music box is still playing, right?
It's not playing anymore, but it is lying there on the ground with a javelin in it. When it stopped playing is when the Dybbuk appeared.
Okay. Well, I guess I will be jumping or running to the front. So, the outside the building where everyone is. So
Okay.
just 60 feet of movement, dash,
Yeah, and there's no more difficult terrain because A, people are filling out anyway, and B, you're be going with the flow anyway. But yeah, they're pretty much all out. All right, so you get 60 feet, and as you're getting there, you can see the sunlight and everything. It's in the evening. The sun is starting to set, but there's still light. The failing light casting long shadows from the buildings. You can look over to the side, and you see over there where they're constructing the embassy for the Duchess of Gelderland. And over there, the crowd of people were all kind of gathered outside. But then you can see that they're kind of made a ring. And there's something in the middle of it, and they're all like, "Oh my god!" outside.
Okay, it looks like something's outside now.
Yeah. So that's a bonus action. I mean, action dash. Anything else for you, Cassandra?
Yeah, that's my entire turn. I'm not going to use my bonus action for anything.
Okay, Lyra.
All right. So this thing is now outside.
Yes, the dimension door.
All right. Well, I haven't moved too much, so I could probably.
You were like, say, halfway point. You didn't move anywhere. You're 50 feet from either the front or the back of the place.
Okay. So I'm gonna run towards it.
Okay.
To where I can hopefully get it in my sights.
Okay.
And as I'm running, I'm whispering under my breath in Infernal. Just these like really harsh guttural like and I'm just casting dissonant whispers on it.
Sounds like German.
Well, I mean, infernal German.
About the same.
Where's the fucking difference?
So that's a wisdom saving throw.
Your wisdom. Oh, total of 18. It makes it.
Damn.
I still think it takes something, right?
Uh,
I know it doesn't
Half
have to
damage for dissonant whispers.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
It just have to use its reaction to flee, which it's fleeing anyway. So.
Okay, so that's 15 halved. So that'd be 7.
7. Yep.
And with my bonus action, Cassandra's probably the closest one to me and to it. So I will look at Cassandra and I will say, "Go tell that ghost, don't you crash a funeral around here. No one to hear your cussing, don't you disappear. There's resolve in your heart and your strike is so clear. So hit it, just hit it.
'Cause you wanna be brave." Okay. And then next up will be Nathan's sign. What would you like to do?
So, can I get a quick recap here? Is it somewhere like I can see, or is it still fucking gone because it doesn't have the balls to face me?
It does. It's a little girl at the moment, so no, it does not have the balls to face you. It has dimension doored outside to as far as it can see. It is. It went, just saw light out there. It is fleeing at the moment in the corpse of a body outside amongst the group of people. So it's 100 feet down the hallway to where it was.
So it's running away in the corpse of a little girl?
Yes.
Well, that doesn't leave me with a lot of options.
Curse
And
you.
the box is not destroyed yet, like entirely destroyed.
The box is just sitting there.
Okay, I guess I'll do all I can and fucking rip the box apart. Because I can't seem to be doing any other thing here, so I'll do that. You want me to get an attack roll on it, and it should still be fairy fired, right?
Yeah.
so it's gonna be a 25 to hit it with my
Yeah, you
sword.
smacked the fuck out of that box.
Fuck you, box. Never liked you in the first place. And that's gonna be 30 damage.
And describe your destruction of the box.
Just fucking wood flying all over the place and music strings, like you just hear like the sound when you when you break a guitar to the ground. That's what you hear. Well, and he's like, well, I hope that does it. And then he like kind of sort of tries to get like the dust and the wood splinters off his armor, and then all of a sudden starts running after the girl that he thinks the thing is in.
Okay.
So 30 feet towards it.
Alright. And Alvar.
Can I even do anything? Because if I'm frightened, I can't move closer to it.
Alright. I'm gonna... You're only frightened... let me read what it says here about it. I know it's different. The fear spell is specific frightened. This is just, I think, frightened.
Well, the frightened condition, I can't move closer to the thing that's frightened me.
Become frightened of the divot for 1 minute. Yeah, it's just a general frightened creature. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns.
Okay, then I'm just going to stand still and repeat the saving throw.
Alright. And,
that's another nat 1.
You are scared fucking shitless. So, Valedictoria, what would you like to do?
Okay, so this thing disappeared.
You can hear it outside. It's not that far.
You hear the villager screaming, but it's kind of got... You can see that because it's a small child and the ring of villagers that it appeared on are kind of blocking your view from it, but you can tell where it is. Ish. It's over there. They're screaming, they're yelling, you can hear it cursing. You all will perish in flames! I'll take your souls to hell along with the body of this child!
Okay, so, we're not getting through the crowd in order to get outside. Is there a window that's close to it?
To it or to you to get out of the window?
To get towards the possessed corpse.
Sure.
And
Let's say there's a window at the front.
Alright, so would it be a bonus action or a main action to break the window to try and shoot it?
I see it as an item interaction in a manner because it's just a window, not like...
Okay.
It's depending upon how you want to break it, that is.
Well, I just, whichever way is most economically efficient with my movement. Yeah.
Maybe? Or,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'd call that just an item interaction. Like opening the window, except a little more forceful.
Okay, so he'll break open the window and then take a shot at it.
Okay. Still has cover from people, but...
Okay. I just hopefully don't get a natural 1. I don't want to shoot somebody in the back that I'm not trying to.
Come on.
How about a nat 20 instead?
Hey, that sounds like you fucking nailed her. You like the crowd parted for just a second, enough as they're starting to flee from this area of the girl, just enough to catch that green face of hers.
And I rolled max damage too. So 8 and 8 is 16 plus another 6 is 22. I'm sorry, not plus 6, plus 4. So that's 20 total piercing damage.
Okay. Describe the death of the corpse, if you would, please.
Well, Val doesn't really know that much about ghosts or undead or anything like that, so he's just going to aim for the head, and the bolt will go through the back of this corpse's head and straight through the front and kind of just, blow out its brain case on the people that are in front of it without inflicting any injury, and then I think that's gory enough.
These villagers are going to be super traumatized.
And then the ghost will start to filter out from where you blew its head up. Will filter out, and as it does so, it's losing cohesion, but it'll be laughing maniacally. I'm free now that my prison has been destroyed.
So yeah,
you never do what the thing attacking you wants you to do.
Wait, what? Did I free it?
Yeah.
Huh. Oh, well.
So Valdatori will use his bonus action to just mutter the words, "Ah, fuck." And that'll be his turn.
How was I supposed to know that? Usually it works.
How often has that worked for you? I need numbers here.
Well, there was this one time in kindergarten. No, that didn't work. I don't know. I don't remember, but good point. Good point. I'll take it back. I'm sorry, okay?
You are now out of initiative. The people are fleeing still. They're still running away.
Seemed pretty credible to me.
It'll be a while before townspeople come back here again.
Wow, this place is going to be super abandoned by the time we're done.
UAG, your friend and helper.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to cast Detect Evil and Good, and I'm going to walk around the church to see if there's any more presence of undead or any other evil forces.
You do not, but you can get a sense of lingering magic with the box, like there was, something was held in there for a while.
Well,
can I check it now?
I pick it up and I say, "Who's acquainted with magic around here?"
Nope. No idea.
Don't look at me.
I know a little bit.
Well, why don't you take a look? Other than that, we're going to have to take this back to the guild and see if we can get it fixed. Maybe that will re-trap the creature that was stuck inside.
I rolled a 19 Arcana, looking at the box.
All right, you're looking at the box, and you can tell that the box, the little markings on it. Let me get the box picture up again. The markings on it dictate almost like a protection from evil facing inward. It's used to trap and hold a creature. You're assuming it was trapped and hold that. It was released by the playing of the music. It's a music box, and that's what caused it to be released. And you got a feeling that if it were still functioning, it would have, like the trap in Ghostbusters, it would have sucked it back into it. But now that is no longer an option since it has been destroyed. The ghost is just, or the Dybbuk is free to roam the land. Granted, it was dispersed. Give me another Arcana check.
Don't look at me. How was I supposed to know?
Nathan?
18.
You got
What?
that it's a special type of demon. Unlike a lot of them that are gone for a year and a day when their mortal form has been destroyed, this one probably only takes 24 hours to reform. It feeds on corpses. It is a corpse chaser, a corpse devourer, or a corpse mutilator, violator.
Okay.
So it's kind of like us, but in a non-corporal form because we've mutilated and violated corpses ourselves.
What's this we? I don't remember touching a single corpse.
Me
Yeah.
either.
Yeah, Nathan, I wouldn't be so up there. You kind of just released a demon onto the realm.
Not on purpose?
What am I going to do with you?
And no one told me that was going to happen. Otherwise, I would not have done it.
Got a point there.
Also, no one stopped me from doing it.
Yeah, it's not like you just did it once. I mean, you threw a javelin at it, nobody said shit. Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, I don't know. I'm sorry. I guess. I don't know. I did not know.
Either way, I guess we have to get this thing fixed somehow.
All right. So, how do we find a undead demon lingering in corpses?
Well, where else do you find corpses?
Let's go search cemeteries then.
Well, it should still take a little bit to reform. So in theory, it won't be back right away. Maybe within the next night or two.
You're assuming next nightfall.
Yeah. But, I mean, even if we find it, we need to figure out a way to dispose of it for good. It seems like all the damage we did to it and all the fighting that we did with it, it just caused it to disperse. If all it's going to do is disperse and come back every night, there's not much of a point to stopping it. We need to find some way to actively stop it.
I'll just shake the music box. We just get this fixed. Maybe re-enchanted. I mean, it was blessed in this area once before, so it's got to be doable again.
Yeah, but we also need some more effective means of fighting it. And Val will hold up his short sword and his crossbow, and he'll be like, "These may be great for mutilating corpses or killing kids, but not so much for ghosts." And he'll kind of shrug at that.
But isn't there like clerics and all that kind of stuff that can like send creatures back to where they came from?
I don't think this town has a cleric or an actual priest. The dude doing the service wasn't exactly Father Flanagan.
Well, I've been quite a bit in the church. I'm not exactly one blessed with the divine abilities, though. Oh my God, what was that thing?
How long have you been standing there? Oh my goodness, I thought you were back there.
Anywhere, man. That was horrible. I've never had anything like this happen in a funeral before.
That's so funny.
Look, priest. Where did you get this music box again? Exactly. Like, it seems as though you were set up so that this thing would be released. Who gave it to you?
I was going through the orphanage, the things that the kids had to see what it was, and I found it on a shelf in Madame Haversham's room. And there was a note by it saying that it should be played at the graduation. Signed, Miss Haversham.
And nothing about that struck you as odd?
Why should it? She's a kind old lady until she got killed and mutilated by a hag and replaced by her. Do you think maybe that note was actually the hag?
Well, I'm rather hoping it wasn't the real Miss Havisham,
Oh,
because
God.
if she did, she was consigning people to death.
Well,
Oh, God.
don't worry about it. We all make mistakes. You made a mistake. I made a mistake. We're here to fix it. So don't worry. We got this.
Oh, that's so horrible.
Wait, what is this we thing?
You're in this with me and the rest of us. Yup.
Nah, I don't think so. I just came here to see some kids put in the ground.
That's rather dark.
Well, it was a funeral. I'm not sure how that's exactly dark, but okay.
Stuff like this
Go-
happen all
go.
the time. I don't know what to do.
Can you please stop crying for a minute? We're trying to figure this out. Thank you.
I don't think.
So what are we going to do about this?
That was frightening.
I don't know how to fight this thing. Like, it just keeps disappearing. If I could fight it, I could, like, defeat it, but...
See, that's my point.
Right.
We don't have anything that's going to be effective against an undead. I mean, we don't have any clerics with us. I mean, you got the priest here, but he's not blessed with the holy light or anything like that. And then, we have a few casters here that can do some stuff, but as far as, hit it with a stick until it gives up, we don't have any sticks capable of really effectively hitting it.
Well, my stick is pretty effective in hitting it, but still, like, I can't ever see it because it just disappears.
Yeah, my sword is enchanted, but every time I try to go to hit it, it takes over our body.
Perhaps we need, I don't know, maybe something,
A trap.
maybe some ranged, yeah.
Maybe we can lure it into a trap and then just prevent it from, like, just going into corpses, or not preventing any other corpses, or just make, like, I don't know. Just spitting balls here.
Well, I'm certainly not going around desecrating all the corpses until there are no corpses to be inhabited. That's just a little bit too...
Well, maybe we can take some out of the morgue.
Oh no, you're on your own on that one, dude.
Look, I'm just gonna get some rest, and I'm gonna search for the spirit in the cemetery.
Could I make a suggestion?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Could we perhaps swing by the orphanage and see if the late Mrs. Havisham left any information about this music box?
If it was indeed her, yeah, that's actually a really good idea. Maybe we need to go back to the orphanage and go through this lady's papers.
But if it was a trap, why would she leave, like, additional clues around?
Well, perhaps she thought she was going to be alive to use it.
Fair enough. Let's go through her stuff then.
Okay. If y'all wish to go to the orphanage, you will go there and you will find most of the children cowering in a room. And they're like, "Oh my God, no! They're here to kill us again! You see what they did to the corpse? Oh, they ruined the funeral! Oh my God!" No.
Can I try to tell them that we didn't do this, like, in deceiving them? Like, going ahead, using my head of disguise and just pretending to be, like, an old lady from the land?
Oh, yeah, you have a head of disguise? Sure.
Yeah, I would do that. Just like, remember, like, an old lady that I saw from the funeral.
And I want to give them an intimidating look to be quiet.
Okay.
I rolled a natural 20, 27.
They shut up and scamper away.
Okay.
The two ladies that have taken over the management of the orphanage, let's call them Veronica and... No, I'm sorry, I already had names for them picked out. Lorelai and Lorana. We'll go and come up to you and be like, I'm sorry, but the children are quite upset. You could understand that. They do not take their behavior in a bad way. They're actually good kids. They just have had a rough time. Oh my God, have they had a rough time?
I have a modified 20 on deception.
Okay. You are not who they think you are. But the other people they do, and they flee from them and the intimidation. But you, they did not think much of. They're like, oh,
What?
that's kindly old Miss Haversham.
Why, yes, this is a tragedy.
Okay, now we're getting into Creepsville 101. I'm just saying, you're playing the part of the dead headmaster who actually was also the witch hag thing that it turned into. That's yeah. At this point,
She
even
would not have been at the funeral, though.
yeah.
No, she would not have been at the funeral.
I just wrong name. I just got that from.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I would not have picked her because I
okay,
would not have
okay.
seen her. You know, it's just like a fucking.
Wrong name. That was me using a bad name. I was trying to think of a name, and I thought of the mistress from Charles Dickens' Great Expectations, which apparently was the same name I used for that. So that's my bad.
Okay, I was just gonna say, like, yeah, oh Lord, that's gonna be bad.
Yeah, you look like Miss Millie or something. How about that, Miss Millie?
Nilly?
Yeah.
Sure. And I'm just gonna keep them occupied while everyone else searches like the place.
Okay. Well, hi, Miss Millie. You bake really good cookies. Did you bring us any cookies?
I did not. I provided them to all the children just before the funeral because they needed it. I don't have any more cookies, but I bring my love and my dearest regrets. I'm so sorry.
It's this 40-year-old man dressed up like an old lady talking to a bunch of little kids alone because we're all...
There are just so many levels of wrong here. I don't even know where to begin.
Hey, this is not mean though. Like in the meantime, you can search the place.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're doing, and you know I'm all for it so that the kids don't get like disturbed or whatever. But still, this is there's so many levels of wrong here.
I know, but I'm trying. God damn it!
You're doing so good, Nathan.
Thanks. I'm really trying. I brought the cookies.
I can't even.
Split personality much.
Right? Oh man. Okay, I'm over it.
So Lyra will just go up to the. Oh, you're muted if you're trying to talk, Michael.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Lorelai will stay with you, Nathan, as you're pretending to be Millie. She doesn't know too. She believes you're Millie, as you're keeping the kids occupied. Whereas Miss Lorana will show you all to Miss Haversham's old room and office that you were in before and found stuff.
You know, kids, when one door closes, another one opens somewhere. You just gotta find it.
Oh, I just want a door out of here. I can't take
Sorry. Go on, I'm sorry.
And you all are now in the room. What would you like to do?
Investigation. Going to be looking around for personal items like a diary or notes or a journal or something like that.
Okay. Give me an investigation check with, say, advantage.
I am going to use Detect Evil and Good again and follow him around while he's searching the house to see if I can pick up on more evil entities.
Okay, so with advantage, it comes out to 23.
Okay, I just want to say with that combined effort of the detecting evil and that, not only do you find on her bookshelf something that you didn't really think much of looking when you were here before, there are mainly just books about, child rearing, baking cookies, cookbooks, various sundry things that you wouldn't be surprised to find out in an orphanage, along with a ledger of names and birth dates and a monetary ledger and all those other mundane paperwork associated with it. But in one thing you can, and you're pointed out to it by, you sense evil in this corner over here. And as you're looking through the bookshelf, then find a demonology book.
Crap.
Well, this is only just the beginning. We still have the rest of the house to explore.
Yeah. All right,
Just-
let's get to it. So Mac will take the book and hand it to the paladin because they're like
What language is
virtue and
the
light and all that kind of stuff.
The demonology book is written in Fiendish. Abyssal. Let's call it Abyssal.
I was hoping infernal.
Yeah, me too.
You know what? What the hell? Let's make it infernal then, even though, yeah, it is technically a demon.
Yeah. I can speak and read infernal.
Okay. Yeah, we'll make it infernal then.
Continue moving through the house looking for other various clues. Maybe a Scooby snack or two.
You're not going to find any other evil artifacts or anything. Throughout the rest of there, you can find laundry, clothes. Some of the kids are hiding away little snippets of food just in case something, food hoarding.
Yeah, classic signs of trauma. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'll be talking to the caretaker woman with us and just asking her various things like, how have the children been since the incident? Like, how have you ever seen this music box before while you've been moving in? Have you ever seen anything out of the ordinary other than before the children became unkobolds and stuff like that? Just various questions.
As you're aware, we were not present during that time period. We were brought in afterwards.
Yes.
I missed that good fellow that he is, and the other guy.
Yes.
Machiavelli.
And they brought us here, and God bless them for doing so. And then we were living out on a farm they gave us to, and we were told by some of the village councils came out there and asked if some of us would like to take more management of this orphanage since it had been through ill times. They informed us of the situation, and we could not believe it, but we figured that this would be better for us. We are childless, and so this is a way for us to take care of our desire for small children. The music box, I've seen it here. I mean, it was up on a shelf, but we did not think much of it. Not of it.
Just because I'm a little paranoid about this orphanage now, can I insight check her?
You may.
That's not great. Do I have any bonuses to insight? Tell me I do. No. Okay, 12. All right. I can't get a good beat on whether or not she's like telling the truth or embellishing or anything. Okay. And I'll just be like, did any of the children ever ask you to play the music box, or did they ever mention Miss Havisham playing it for them?
No, not at all.
Did you see the note that the priest was talking about?
Yeah, I did not read it myself, but as he was going through, coming here, looking for things to, clothes to put on them properly, other knickknacks and mementos, he was going through her paperwork to determine any possible next of kin and such like that, their names, their birth dates, all the paper founds, and then he knocked over the music box, and that's when he found the note up underneath it, kind of stuck underneath it, and then he read it and he said that was a memento that he felt would be a good idea to play at the funeral because of that. I didn't read the note myself, though.
All right. I'll just make various conversation while the the two of them are, or the three of them are all looking for stuff around the house.
So Nathan will be sitting in a semicircle as like the old lady with like all the kids around him, and he's gonna give like a speech on how they like a motivational speech on how they can use this effect to overcome themselves and grow stronger. And he's trying to be pretty convincing as this old lady, and he tells stories that are not like entirely appropriate for a old lady, like mentioning like that she was in a fight, but then she rephrases it immediately. So yeah, that's how they spent their time. Huh?
Rephrases it to what? I was in a fight and
no, there was a blight. I mean, that was and we were in a there was a drought, and we had to work. Fuck, how do I do this? And yeah, he just struggles a bit, but they don't fucking get it.
Oh, well. Interesting. You're not making much sense, Miss Millie. Have you been into the spirits yet?
No, they'll happen before. I have sometimes I tend to forget things, but at a certain time they come back. They may not. That just happens when you get more experienced and older with the time, And it's not always bad to forget things. Maybe you should do that too, little kids, little children.
Oh man, there's so much I'd like to forget at the moment. Perhaps we can just get some of them spirits that we hear you get into at night, and then we'll forget about this too.
Yeah, that's a good idea. You should too, Chelsea, and Charlie. I mean, I can't even call you apart anymore. Oh, I'm so glad you're around me, children. What do I do now? Fuck. Yeah, this is about how the conversation is going down. Do they tell her anything though? Like, like, do they happen to give out any specific information while talking about how they were kobolds when the chick arrived? Anything?
No, not really. The best you can get is say, it was just nice to be free, not to be told to go to bed, not to be told what to do. We could do whatever we wanted. It was kind of. But we understand how that's not right. And so, the Lorena and Lorelai have been telling us that we have responsibilities and you can't just go off doing whatever you want, because look what happened. Everything turned out badly.
I'm sure you learned from your mistakes. Good Celeste, I believe in you, and I think you're going to make the right choices from now on. You see what happens. You should probably forget about it, and if not, learn from it, because otherwise it might repeat again. And you don't want that.
Oh, we definitely don't want this to happen again. This was crazy tonight. What happened anyway, Miss Millie? Was it that demon lady? Did she do something again? That was a great song she played at the funeral, but, she's part demon.
Well, I can't really say for sure. I tend to forget some things, but I have a good idea that it might have been this demon lady, like you call her, and she wanted you harm. She's gone now, so you're safe, children, for the moment.
She's walking around in our home. She's there.
That is because some demons can disguise pretty well, and sometimes you might not even see through them, although they're standing right in front of you. Right in front of you. The irony is so hard on this one.
I bet Billy's a demon. I'm not a demon. Yes, you are, Billy.
Start pushing and shoving, and Lorelai will get between them. Now, children, Billy's not a demon.
Why no? He's not a demon. None of us is. We're all who we look like, and you don't have to be afraid anymore. She's gone now, so I think it's time for you to go to bed or take a nap.
Oh, okay.
Yep. It's nap time. Go to your beds. Go.
And then Lorelai will start to pick them up and shoo them all into their beds. You go back to looking like Nathan?
No.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say, like, when everyone is like out of sight, not out of like, don't care really much if they hear me. I'm just gonna whisper to myself, "Jeez, that was more exhausting than I thought it would be." Like with his normal voice, but then continues to go and look for the others in this lady shape.
Okay. You can find them. They're walking around, so you'll bump into them in a corridor. They're looking for stuff. Y'all won't find much else of any interest or note in the orphan besides this book on demonology written in Infernal.
Now, what have those fine strangers at our orphanage found?
So I'm gonna look at Lyra, and I'm just gonna be nervous about this, but I'm just gonna offer the book, and I say, I'm kind of hoping you can read this.
It looks like a language that I know.
And I just hand it quickly over to her.
I'm gonna give it a quick look before I start reading it. Does it look like there's any magic coming off of it or anything like that? Like, if I read it, am I gonna suddenly go, insane and try to kill people?
Spell plague.
Spellcraft check. Give me an Arcana check.
Natural 1.
Maybe. It does look spooky and creepy.
You have a bunch of inspirations. You can re-roll that.
I'm just gonna sort of flip over the book and start looking at the cover and being like, this book really gives me the willies. I don't know if I want to read it.
If he says that, I'll read
it. Be my guest.
Okay.
Has anyone seen Nathan, by the way?
Well, he's actually coming around. He's talking to you, and he's like, what have those fine strangers in our orphanage found out? How are you, lady?
Fine. Thanks, but I don't think I should tell you anything about what we're doing here. I think it would be bad for your heart.
Well, don't worry about my heart. It's my mind that is not up to date anymore.
That's what I'm worried about.
We saw Nathan transform, didn't we?
Yeah, you did. You know it's me.
Okay.
Oh, like you transformed and walked into the orphanage, so I'm assuming that, yeah. Unless you wanted, duck into an alley or something and do it without them.
No, it's me. I'm putting up an act down there.
I know, I'm also just fucking with you.
I know. So, what is the news? Do we have a demon lady, like the kid said?
We have a demon book.
A demon book? That doesn't sound good. No. We should examine it. And she looks like a Lorelai, and she really wants her to fuck off so he can talk normally again. She about to leave or something, or is she sticking around?
They're sticking around.
Well, that is most unfortunate. What are you going to do about this? And he's like eyeing at Lorelai, and he's like shrugging slightly. The old lady's shrugging a bit, and then smiling with like those like huge gaps in between her teeth because most of them fell out already. And she's like smiling broadly at them.
I sort of behind Nathan's back use Mage Hand and take the hat off him.
Oh.
So you're revealing my disguise in front of like the other ladies?
Yep.
Oh my god!
Well, what is it, Lorelai? He continues to talk like that, of course.
Yep, that's what I was hoping for.
Oh my god, you're a man now. What kind of
No.
is this?
Why would you say so? Oh fuck.
What kind of devilry is this?
Why would you do this? He turns around and grabs his hat of disguise and puts it on again, but doesn't transform back. Thanks, Lyra. You gave it away.
You're welcome, Nathan.
What's in the book?
Skimming by it, you can tell that it is a detailed manner of trapping and controlling demons. And it was written by a Marrakesh.
You're speaking a little soft.
Sorry, hands. How's that?
That's a lot better.
Okay. It was written by a Marrakesh, and it's detailed on how to trap and control demons.
Okay.
And it gives certain mystic symbols and manners. Stop, doggy. About how to lure and track a demon. Specifically, you can see in this case, it was done with a box. The Dybbuk box was designed in order to hold a Dybbuk and to be released upon the playing of the music for the torment and wonderment of the underworld. The demons and beings therein find great amusement in the works of a Dybbuk unleashed upon the population of humans, or elves, or mortals. Yeah.
I tell them that there's instructions to make another box.
Oh, that's great.
Does it tell us what a Dybbuk is?
Yes. A Dybbuk is a new monster from Mordekainen's Tome of Foes. It's a puppet. Dybbuk. Dybbuk terrorize mortals on the material plane by possessing corpses and giving them semblance of life, after which the demons use them to engage in a range of sordid activities. This is the stuff written about them in the Mordekainens. In their natural form, Dybbuks appear as translucent flying jellyfish, or the picture I use because that looked better, trailing long tendrils as they move through the air. They rarely travel in this fashion, however. Instead, a Dybbuk possesses the first suitable corpse it finds, using the body from deaths so that it can indulge in its hideous vices. By plundering the corpse's memories and accessing its capabilities, a Dybbuk can impersonate the character as if it was live. But the truth of the matter quickly becomes evident to those around them, as the Dybbuk can't resist pursuing its vices with maniacal single-mindedness that betrays its true nature. Dybbuks delight in terrorizing other creatures by making their host bodies behave in horrific ways, throwing up gouts of blood, excreting piles of squirming maggots, and
quick question. Don't like the other two ladies, like after someone already transformed turned out to be a demon, don't the other, like the lady doesn't freak out like when there's suddenly a man standing there?
Oh,
or like do they throw us out or like, huh?
Yeah, they're going to ask you to leave.
Oh.
Yeah, both of them
Only
are
me though?
like, oh my god, what the hell's going on here? What kind of devilry is this? You all go. We're done with you.
That's on you, Lyra. Just saying, that's on you. It's not on me.
But you all can leave with the book. They weren't really paying attention to that. They're not interested in, you're not walking out with their goal to buy stuff for the kids. So, oh well, one little book. They're okay with it. All right, but there are directions in what's a Dybbuk and how to trap it again. The box just simply needs to be, the actual physical box needs to be something of great construction, music box, say a cedar box, not just any chest will work. It has to be something really nice. And then the magical engravings need to be placed upon it, which would require a spellcraft check to get it right. And then when you confront the Dybbuk, if you can make it weak enough, it will be forced to enter the box instead of just
a corpse.
Well, I mean, it'll still go into a corpse, but instead of just dispersing across the ether until it regains its form again, it will be forced into the box. So if the box were not like when you killed it per se, if the box were still intact, it would have went back into the box until the music was played again. But now it is free to reform and do stuff now.
So we need a craftsman to make us a significant box, as well as to put the symbols on it. And we have to find the creature.
Do you think there's a craftsman in town, or do we need to go back to Illumina to get this box built?
Well, I assume it was made here. So
We can always ask around.
So I mean, unless the hag made it, then there's got to be someone in town.
You
Or
take the box around to local merchants. It's dark now, so most of the people are already closed, especially after the funeral. The funeral was at the end of the day, so the sun was going down then. After here, it's already well into dark.
well, we can rest at an inn and then do this in the morning.
Fair enough. Sleep sounds nice. That was really exhausting being this old lady. I think my back actually starts hurting.
Do you need me to heal you?
Sure. You feel like it?
No. No, I don't.
You can give it a try anyways.
No,
Come
I think
on.
this will be a good lesson for you anyways.
Sure.
I only think one person was injured in the fight with the Divot. It was more problematic than dangerous.
Well, are there any inns in this tiny town?
Why, yes, there is.
Any inns that are willing to accept us after today's event?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just say there is one.
I could just become the priest and vouch for us.
Because that's what we need on top of everything that we have to do.
I'm sorry, but that's what I would do. So I'm just proposing. Yeah.
Remember, one of your virtues is supposed to be truth.
Yes, and I did a good deed. I calmed those kids down by not showing them the horrible truth that we caused, apparently. So I used this for the good. So the gods should be pleased, shouldn't they?
I feel like we should be insight checking Nathan to see if he actually helped those kids or hurt them.
I did.
I think we may actually get a fallen paladin in this group for the first time.
No, I was an old lady to tell them all is fine and all is well. How's that a bad thing? What the fuck? You tried to intimidate children that just saw death of their fucking former sisters and brothers. You did intimidate them.
You did. You scared small children. I hope you're proud of yourself.
So I think I am not as bad
Not
as
good
you are
with
at this
small
one.
children.
Val's just going to kind of shake his head and say, you can stay at my place. It's not much, but it'll work. Because he does have a house and 5 acres of land. So he's going to go find it and crash.
I'll take that.
That was
offer.
easy.
Guess
Yeah.
what? Aren't there 4 women living in that house?
How's that?
No, that's
sound?
Mac. That's Mac. That's
Oh.
not Val. Val doesn't have anybody there yet taking care of the land.
Hmm.
He hasn't been able to hire anybody yet.
Well, we can stay there then.
Alright, y'all go out of town. Take you about an hour or so. You go to your house. It's not the greatest in the world. It's also damaged due to the Wizardmen Wars. But it's doable. Y'all can sleep there. Some of you can sleep in the barn if you want. The night passes otherwise without incident. The sun rise. Y'all get up, have your breakfast, and then start to figure out what to do with the box.
Maybe we should go to the mayor. Last time I was here, the mayor had information on things, so maybe he would know who would be a craftsman enough to create something like this in the town and whether they're actually still alive or not.
I don't know if that man is helpful unless you're a goddamn duchess.
Val hook his thumb over his shoulder and point at Nathan in his hat. Well, there's always him.
And you could probably convince him with your bardic charm.
I'm fairly charming.
I mean, I do have something, but it's not something that I would use normally here.
Not in front of the children.
Oh, what? No, Nathan, I meant our empire emblems.
Oh, well, that's not really what I was thinking of, but okay.
I know
That's
you
a good
don't
idea.
think much, period.
Well, you're angry. I understand that. So go ahead with your plan. I'm listening.
We are technically nobles from another plane. I don't know how much that would mean here,
Plane?
but
Like a plane of existence?
yeah. We were plane shifted here.
Okay.
I mean, of course, we didn't bring anything with us because it wouldn't really help, but we might be able to use it to, as a Nathan's specialty, deceive him into helping us.
Oh, I'm good at that. Thanks for pointing that out. Finally, I get some credit here.
Yeah, why don't we just ask him first before we try to fool him into thinking you're the king and queen of whatever.
Right.
That sounds like a good plan.
All right. Save the fun for later. So, who are we asking what?
Going to ask the mayor about acquiring a box.
I can do that. I'm fairly charming without deceiving him, really.
Nope. Nope. You stay away from the mayor. You and that pointy hat of yours. I'll ask him first. Besides that, he already knows me from the last time we were here. He knows a couple of us in this group.
Okay. Well, stay behind then.
Okay. So you all
All right.
down to the city council's chambers early in the morning. First light-ish. Still, your house is a little out of town, so let's just say it takes you about an hour to get there from your house.
Okay.
And
Are they open? I mean, like, are they actually there?
there's a few of them gathered around. They are discussing last night's events.
Val will walk up to the group of them and ask them where the mayor is.
Oh, I'm right here, sir. Right here. Oh my! What happened with you last night? You're about to go send for you.
Yeah, no. Listen, you got more problems here than you think you do.
Oh,
Apparently,
no,
the old hag. Yeah. Apparently, the old hag left some sort of doomsday booby trap that your local priest, who's not a priest, actually triggered.
Well,
So that thing in the church last night, it's still around, and we need to trap it. And in order to do that, and he'll hook his thumb over his shoulder, pointing at the destroyed box. We need something that's kind of intricate like that there. You know, it's got to be pretty fancy apparently in order to retrap this thing and send it back to whatever plane of hell it came from. Do you have anybody still alive in the area that does that kind of craftsmanship? And if so, do you think it would be possible for him to make us something like this so that we can assist your town in not being defiled by a whole bunch of blood puking corpses for now until the end of whenever? And that's a dirty 20 on persuasion.
Oh my, that's quite horrible. I don't think we have any quite craftsmen in this town that's that talented or anything, but I'll tell you what, we've been having good luck recently with the Goblin Merchants Alliance. They've set up shop by here, and they can acquire almost anything.
Cool.
Yeah, I guess we'll go there then.
Lyra's in the back, like, oh no, not these guys.
What's wrong with them?
Oh, nothing. The mayor here just decided to put them in shackles because he wasn't really sure whether they were ill-intended or not. This was before the kids turned into kobolds and attacked us, and you know, all the death and hardship and yada yada.
And the fact that the goblins will lie, cheat, and steal if it gets them platinum.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, that reminds me. Has anybody ever seen a latinum before? I've got plenty of gold, silver, copper, and platinum pieces, but I've never seen a latinum piece before.
Neither have
Is that
I.
a goblin thing?
I have asked several times, and they have never explained what a platinum is.
Maybe it's just a typo.
Huh. Who knows? Anyway, thanks, Mayor. We appreciate the help. We'll be back if we need any further assistance.
I mean, it's easy to forget a P.
Thank you very much. I appreciate all the help you can do. And let us know if you need anything.
Will do. And then Val will just kind of head off towards the direction that he told him the goblins were in.
You can find them. They'll be supervising the building of the Yellowland Embassy, which is their main job at the moment. They've been paid to do this.
So we're asking goblins for their help now to build the box?
Or to acquire one that we can just use.
Fair enough.
Is the one that I talked to before in the prison there, Brahm, I think his name was?
Yes. It's Brom right here. Hi, how are you?
Hello again, Brahm. How are you?
I'm quite awesome. The latinum is flowing in. Let me tell you, it has been working out good here. We've working on this embassy and getting it built, you know, cutting a little corners here and there, but it's going up. The profits are rolling in.
I've never heard of a species able to build something and profit from it at the same time.
Oh,
You wouldn't build something substandard that would injure people, would you?
Oh, no. If you injure somebody, next thing you know, they're suing you. It's all courts and problems. Ah.
And they're out of town before any of the shit can hit the fan. She just whispered.
Movement happens, you know. You have to go with the flow. See, by navigating the great current of rivers, did we not tell you that the world is made up of places that have too much of something and not enough of another? And so this creates the great cosmic flow of goods and
Dude, can you cut to
services.
the chase? You're boring me.
Navigating this river, one can make a profit wisely.
There's just a mage hand behind him, just like making like, you know, when you're like talking too much and the person's just going like, making the mouth movements, but there's just a mage hand behind him going like that endlessly as he talks. Yeah, exactly. Like
So,
What acquisition can we help you with?
We need a box.
Yeah,
Oh, well.
a decorative box that we can trap a evil spirit in.
Oh, wow. Well, an evil spirit trapping box, eh?
Made of high quality wood. No cut corners on this.
Of course not. We would never cut corners on anything this important.
Oh, here he goes again.
Let me see here. Perhaps we have, may be able to go look through our storage warehouse. Some stuff there may be a very old antique wine box.
How about we go with you and check? Like right now.
Well, you know, time is money and everything, and we're busy doing this over here, so we'll have to get back to you on
A
that.
14 insight.
He's just trying to make it seem like he's, you know.
I have like, can I try to intimidate him?
Sure.
I rolled a 20.
I got another 27.
Yeah, they are intimidated. The insight check was just revealing that they're just, you know, trying to negotiate a better deal, making it like how problematic it is for them, and building up how much they're going through something for you to make it the price higher. And
But
like, oh, okay, we'll go, okay.
I didn't really want to scare him, but I just, with the intimidation, I just really wanted to make sure he understands how pressuring this matter is. And I don't really care about if he has to prepare all this kind of stuff, because we don't have time for that, because it's like a matter of life and death.
Val's just like, look, man, cut the shit. We know you want a higher price. We need the box and we need it now. Otherwise, all your gold pressed latinum is going to go down the tubes because there won't be anybody around this town because it'll be inhabited by corpses. So you make a little bit of money now, or you make no money for the entire rest of your future here in this town, because this town turns into a necropolis. You choose. And that's actually a 25 for persuasion.
All right. You see them look at each other. Does anybody speak Goblin?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
They're speaking in Goblin to each other. One of them goes, you know, corpses don't really spend a lot of money. They don't buy stuff. You know, that's true. Who really wants to deal with them? And they stink and they rot and nobody knows anything. Oh, yeah, they're so horrible. Maybe kind of gullible and everything, but that's better than dead people. Yeah, it is better than dead people. I don't like dead people. Okay, let's just say, here, you go ahead and you take them over to the warehouse. And you can see a wink, wink, and a nod, nod at that. And I'll stay here and oversee this.
I like how they talk rationally about like the perks, like the pros and cons of dealing with zombies. That's awesome. It's like, yeah, they're gullible.
You know, and then Braun will be like, look at you and be like, okay, we have decided. I will help you out. Follow me.
Thanks. And he'll follow him.
All right, and he'll take you down behind the area where they're building up the embassy and past an inn, and there you will see a wagon covered in canvas. And he'll kind of dip up the canvas and climb under there, and you can hear him like throwing something here and there, like, no, not that. Oh, it's almost over here. I think it's around here. And then he'll climb out and he'll hold up a nice wine box. It's made out of cedar. It is inlaid with silver on the edges. And it's got a little crossbow.
Does it meet the requirement of the book?
Give me Arcana check.
Does it look like the picture from the event?
Yes.
Does someone want to give me advantage?
On what?
I wish I could.
Arcana?
Nope, can't.
I'll give you advantage. I have it trained.
Okay, I got a 21.
Yeah, you think as long as you all can engrave the arcane runes on it, that would work sufficiently.
Okay.
And the goblin will be like, yours for the low, low price of 5 bars of gold pressed latinum.
None of us have latinum. all of us don't even know what latinum is.
What is wrong with you stupid humans? You never have any latinum.
Because you never explain what it is.
It's latinum. That's what it is. It's very
So, how
Well, what
much
do you
how
have?
much gold do you want for latinum, or how's the exchange
about-
rate here?
Here, and he'll toss him 5 gold pieces. This is what we got. It ain't latinum, it's gold.
Yeah, latinum without gold is like, oh, it's 100 pieces of gold.
Here you go. And he drops 100 pieces of gold.
I was going to give him 5 inches of cold pressed steel, but yeah, whatever.
Oh yeah, way to be lawful there, humans. And people tell us that goblins are mean. They're just going to highway rob me.
Rob you? No, I was just going to stab you. And with that, he'll just turn around and walk away.
Here's your 100 gold. Thank you for the box, and well,
Business with you.
and good luck on your future transactions, I guess. Bye.
Thank you. Pleasure doing business with you. He's sitting there chinking the gold coins together. Ting, 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 ting. One of them.
Lyra, what's your charisma?
My bonus or like the total?
That doesn't matter.
I have a +4 in charisma.
Okay. If the two of us work together, but I make the roll, would I get advantage?
Sure.
Okay. I have a higher straight charisma roll.
What are we rolling charisma for?
Because that's our spellcasting modifier.
Oh, is that what we're having to do to? Okay.
To engrave the runes, we have to make a spellcaster roll, which is...
I have a 20 in charisma. And that's also my spell modifier. So
Yeah. Same with me. So.
And you're trained in Arcana, right?
I'm trained in Arcana,
Okay.
but it's you said a spellcaster roll to engrave it.
Did I?
Yeah.
He said spellcraft, which is a
No, 3.5 thing.
Pathfinder thing. Yeah, 3.5.
Sorry.
I heard it as spellcaster. Yeah. Yeah, I only have a 3 Arcana, so I can give someone advantage.
I
Mine is
think
+3 as well.
I think you guys have the highest arcana.
So if you want, I'll give you advantage. Like I'll help you out with it. And
Actually, you can give me bardic inspiration.
that's what I was also going to do. Is I was going to give you inspiration before you started, and then I'll like help you as you're going.
Yeah.
Can't give you guidance. Sorry.
Why not?
Because my character can't. He doesn't have the cantrip.
Oh, okay. That's a good reason.
Okay. So, with advantage, that's a 25 Arcana.
You fucking nail those things on there perfectly. Yeah, it's like a spit-on match. You're sitting there looking at the book, looking at that, looking at the book, looking at that. You can't tell a freaking difference. It's like you almost just lifted it off like a rub-on tattoo and put it on there. Perfect match.
Yeah.
Nice work.
Okay, 2 things off the list. Time to find this creature and seal it away, right?
Might as well start checking graveyards. That'd be the first place I'd go if I was a corpse eater.
I just
Yeah.
heard chicken and gravy. What?
Are you hungry, Nathan? Is that
A
what's
little.
going on here?
A little. Sorry, did you really say chicken and gravy?
No.
Oh, my bad then. Go on.
I just said we better start checking graveyards. That's where I would go if I was a corpse eater. So checking graveyards became chicken and gravy.
Well, I mean, we've been up all day, so might as well go eat something and then get ready for the fight, right?
We've only been up for a few hours, haven't we?
Yeah.
Still, the engraving thing took a long time, and
Yeah, let's just say the engraving took almost most of the day.
yeah.
All right. Well, maybe we should ask and see where most of the bodies are buried. If there's there's going to be a lot of corpses in this town with the whole lizard man debacle.
And they buried the coffins from the service, did they?
They have not. They burned them instead this morning.
Was
That
what I
was smart.
smelling all day?
Huh?
That was what I was smelling all day. Burning corpses.
It's not their normal means of getting, but after last night, they just took the coffins out and everything to the middle of the town square, doused them in oil, and lit them on fire.
Okay.
Corpses, coffins, and all. Draperies, fineries, clothes, everything. They cleansed it with fire.
Right.
So they literally purged the unclean.
Yes.
All right. Something I can get behind.
I'm not gonna comment on this.
Okay, so all the dead things are burned. Cemetery is probably our best bet.
Is that your dog?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
She's lying over there just looking at me like, come on, let's go play. I keep getting her up and letting her out, letting her back in. She's unhappy. Okay. So y'all want to camp out at the cemetery at night? With your newly formed divot box?
Yep.
Yeah, probably the best plan we can come up with.
You can ask around and you'll find that there's really only one cemetery.
Would if we stopped and talked to the priest and got like holy oil or anything like that, if there was like holy water or holy oil, would that help for those of us with like weapons to overcome resistance?
You could find some holy water for sale in the town if you want.
I'm just thinking for those of us who don't have magical weapons or anything like that, if we could just like a couple of minutes before it rises, just douse it all in holy oil or holy water or something.
If somebody wants to use the spear, it's a +1 spear of Trollbane, but you can use it against other creatures. It's magical.
The only thing I have is a crossbow and a couple of short swords. Neither of them are magical. Most of my stuff is ranged, but I'll go melee if you don't want to.
Well, I plan on going melee, so I can channel divinity into my sword and make it magical as well.
Oh, I see. All right. Well, then, yeah, I'll use your spear.
Can you not just have your weapons blessed, like without applying water? Like, can we not just go to a priest and he like says those 3 words, you know?
I don't think Klaatu Verata Nikto is going to work here. Just saying.
Well, you could take divine favor, but it only lasts like a round.
To bless your weapons, though. No, it won't have any mechanical effects, but he will, if you want, he'll bless them.
Bless him so good.
Kill the rabbit, kill the rabbit.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah. That's why you wrote that. I was like, oh my god, I love that. I used to have that on CD, the whole Bugs Bunny opera. It was awesome.
That was fantastic.
And anybody actually want to purchase holy water?
No.
No.
Right. You're camped out at the cemetery.
Is there anything else that we could purchase that would make us see, like, is the thing going invisible or is it just going into a body? It's going into a body, right?
Judging from the book that you all got, the demonology book written by Marrakesh, the Dybbuk doesn't. Nothing about it going invisible as much as it just possesses corpses.
Okay, but when it transfers from one host to another, is that process visible, or is it just like in the Exorcist, where like just one person has it and then the other one has it, basically?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, that
all
was my question.
right.
Yep. Sorry.
Although when they are removed from the body, I do have the descriptor of you can see it, pouring out of their eyes and nose, and But when it just enters, it just kind of disappears, and the other thing is in it.
Does it say in the book on how to remove the parasite, for the lack of a better word, without entirely mutilating the corpse? Saying like just stab it in the head, or
it does not specify how to remove a Dybbuk from a corpse.
Okay.
But I would assume any sort of like exorcism type thing would work. Any dispel evil. I'm unfamiliar with 5e exorcism type spells, but I'm assuming that would work.
Or just mutilating it. Okay.
Yeah, that seems to work.
Well, that worked thus far. So.
Yeah.
I guess that's what we're doing. We're camping, waiting until he comes, and then get ready.
Okay. The sun falls down as you're sitting around in the cemetery looking around. The moon rises. It's a full moon tonight, so it's only dim light instead of complete darkness. You can see the slight breeze is traveling. It is, let's say, what time of year is it?
It's summer. The end of summer.
In the summer? Okay. So the leaves are still just slightly turning color, but still mainly green. And the full moon silhouettes off of that. The stiff breeze goes through. And the hours pass away. It's a little cool this night. The summer has finally gone down. And a few hours away, you will see the guard, the one-town guard, come up with a wagon. Start approaching you with a cart, a handheld wagon cart.
As soon as it started to get dark, just in case there's people among us that can't see, I leave out the lantern of daylight and I light it and just like set it on top of a grave or something like that.
Like last time, Val is going to disappear into the shadows, and it's a 24 for stealth.
I'm gonna summon my weapon.
Okay. Val is pretty hidden. Nobody quite sees where Val is as he's hiding behind a bush. And the guard will come up, or he'll be pushing a handcart towards you and be like, "Hell, well met, UAG members. I was sent by the mayor to come help you out and see what's going on."
We're just waiting.
His oversized helmet just pushes over to the side and is unkempt as he's holding it up over his eye. "Oh, what are you waiting on?"
Well, we're hoping that the demon reveals itself soon.
"Why do you think it would do that?"
Well,
Can I roll an insight check on this guard? Because it seems weird that the mayor would have told him to come out here without telling him anything else about what we're doing. Especially since I don't think we told the mayor specifically we were going to graveyards.
What?
I got a natural 20 on it.
He seems shady as fuck.
Okay.
Seems shady as fuck.
I am gonna cast Charm Person on him very like quietly as he's talking to the others.
Alright. Is there any physical manifestation?
It's a charisma save. And if you want to get rid of your inspirations, you can also use them to give someone disadvantage.
Yeah.
Assuming that Charm Person even works on fiends.
Yeah, I was trying it to see if it would work. Charm Person. Humanoids you
Really?
can see within range.
I really wish you had just said something, because then I would have just used my divine sense.
Alright, he doesn't seem to, I mean, I'm assuming it's dark. You could have stepped over to the side or out of light while he's talking and him not notice. You could mumble it under your breath. You'd be like, well, I mean, you know, demons are not so dumb and everything. I would think that maybe he'd lay low or something for a while until you people went away.
And
But,
I'll as he's talking and seeing that the Charm Person definitely didn't work, I'm just gonna like nudge Cassandra and like sort of motion to him like, yeah, this guy's fucked. Trying not to let this guy know that we know, but I'm like,
give me a deception check.
Can you give me a moment to talk to my friend?
To do.
That is a 22 deception.
He does not notice that at all.
Okay. What do you mean by fucked? I'm just kind of leaning over and whispering to her.
He's not who he says he is, and he's not a human being.
Oh.
We never told the mayor that we were coming out here. What do you want to bet? That's just a walking fucking corpse.
I'm gonna nod my head, and I'm gonna kind of turn myself to the side as if I'm looking for something. Turn my face away from him, and I'm gonna close my eyes and use my divine sense.
New sense.
And anything within a 30-foot radius to me that is undead, fiendish, or celestial becomes known to me.
You get book. Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
And are they both the corpse?
Undead.
It's 60 feet, not 30.
You see
Either
him
way.
as undead, but underneath that undead, you sense a lining of fiend. Like there's some fiend powering this undead. But you're getting it you're getting an undead candy coating with a hard fiendish center.
Oh. I nod my head. I say, yes, something is wrong here. Should have been here by now. I'm going to turn and kind of nudge Nathan to get him to pay attention.
Oh, God.
Well, I'm looking at her.
And I'm going to just kind of tap my sword and hope he gets the message.
While you guys are talking, I'm trying to distract the guard now that like we know, and I'm like, oh, it's a good thing you're here. I was actually starting to get worried. It's really dark. It's a little bit scary. I mean, I'm not scared necessarily, but we never know when this thing is going to come out of the woodwork. It could be possessing any type of corpse. We just have no idea what it looks like. Absolutely none whatsoever. Just like sort of like trying to subtly let everybody know, but also trying to distract him so that Cassandra can like inform everybody.
Do I need to make like an insight check to see what she's prattling on about? Because Val's just kind of hidden, but
I would say if
you
you
can
just
see
seen
all of
Thieves' Cant,
this.
you would know that.
Yeah. I'm just going to use my divine sense just to be sure, and I know the same shit. I'm like, okay, gotcha.
Okay, all right. So, yeah,
I hex him.
and I stab him in the chest with this spear.
Okay, it's just he's looking at you all, so he's wary. He's not surprised at all by any of it.
Right.
Let's just go with the initiative roll here, and we'll add Cassandra. What would you like to do?
Well, wait, what is his initiative?
13,
Okay.
if you like that.
Well, everyone starts moving in on him suddenly, and I guess I'll take lead on it since Lyra is standing pretty close to him, since she's talking to him.
Yep.
And I'm gonna move beside him,
Okay.
but I'm not going to attack him right away. I'm actually gonna cast protection from evil and good on Lyra.
Thank you.
Okay.
And then I will make it pretty obvious now that I'm aware of his deception and pull out my sword.
Then I see that you've chosen the way of pain. Anything else?
Nope. That's without using my bonus action. That's everything I can do.
Okay, Nate, what would you like?
All right, we're doing this now. And he walks over, goes over to the guard-looking creature and attacks this thing, corpse, whatever it is,
Okay,
with a 19 to hit.
that will hit.
And that is going to be a... Huh?
His ill-fitting armor does not protect him as much.
All right, that's going to be 11 slashing damage, and just for shits and giggles, I'm going to put a divine smite into it. Maybe that will hurt it.
Is that the magic weapon?
The divine smite, no,
Well,
my
the
longsword
divine
is
smite
not
will-
magical. No, my longsword is not, but the smite is.
Oh yeah, that will be radiant.
Yeah.
And you get an extra D8 because it's undead.
So
4d8
3d8.
yours. Yeah.
Yeah, I only have 1d8, so. Wait. Second, I need a Orlando die roller. I need d8. Okay. So he's gonna take from that 11 radiant damage
Boom.
from the smite. Yep.
Is it vulnerable or radiant? It is not. Ah! It burns! It burns! Anything else for you?
Anything else? Yeah, take a large number 9. No, it's that. That's my turn.
Okay.
Actually, no. I can. Oh no! Wait! I still have a bonus action. Fuck yeah! I'm gonna use gonna use. Smite is not a spell, right? I don't need quicken spell any shit. I can still cast a spell as bonus action, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna cast a compelled duel, and I'm gonna try to force him to attack me or her. Well, that's a wisdom 15.
Would that be considered a charm? Anyway? Nah, it doesn't matter.
I don't know. Does he make it?
The charmed condition, but yes, he makes it anyway.
Okay. And that's my turn.
Mm-hmm. Exhaustion, frightened, grappled. Really? Grappled? I want to say that the corpse can be grappled. Paralyzed, petrified, poisoned, prone. Yeah, prone. Not any corpse form. He can be prone in corpse form. Alright, then it'll be his turn. And he will bonus action.
You skipped me.
Yes. What? Oh, I'm sorry. Alavar. My bad.
I'm going to attack him with an 18 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
And my sword is magical.
Oh.
So I do 14 slashing.
Spiffy now. You cannot harm me. You say he says as you stick your sword right through his armor, up into his body. The pain of this flesh is nothing compared to what will happen to you. Anything else for you, Alibi?
Is it expelled?
It is not.
Hmm.
And it has a lot more hit points than the kids.
Hmm.
This does.
Okay. Yeah.
Anything else for you?
No.
Alright. It's his turn. He'll and spit up a bunch of nails and such like that. And you will see roaches and other slimy insects start crawling out from his armor, like dung beetles and corpse beetles and all that stuff. And just completely gross you out. Everybody give me a wisdom saving throw, please. DC's 12.
I got a 24.
Lyra doesn't have to make it because she's immune.
It's a new day. Unless you're just immune to...
No, protection from good and evil.
Yeah. Nope.
Right.
I,
17.
however, am feared. I got a 6.
That's actually what I rolled on the dice too before you said that I didn't have to roll it, so I'm glad.
14.
You're good. We got just one feared person. Which, I mean, DC 12 is not a big deal. But then it'll reach out and say, Alivar. It will reach out and try to touch you with his action as he reaches his hand out and grasps at your sword. And you can see that, that's a 22 total to hit you. You will see these black tendrils just come out from the hand and wrap around your sword arm, drawing the life out of you as a cold grasp takes out a hold of you. As I'm still sitting here trying to describe this, looking for my D8s. There they are. Oh, wow. That's 14 on the 2D8 plus 4. 18 total necrotic damage. Alivar, as you can feel your flesh rotting under his cold grasp.
Okay, it did a lot of damage.
Yeah, it did. Valatori, you're up. What would you like to do?
So it's still in its corpse?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to use my crossbow for the moment because I don't think the corpse, or I should say, Val doesn't think the corpse is going to be immune to physical damage. They're trying to destroy the corpse right now. So he's going to use this. Say again?
You will have advantage because he didn't.
Okay. All right. So 18. Okay, so it's going to be a 16 to hit.
That will just hit.
All right. And
you will get your sneak as well.
Okay, so that's a total of 11 plus 4, 15 points of damage.
And would you like to describe the mutilation of this corpse? That's right, it was dead.
Yeah, I kind of figured it was. Yeah, bolt through the neck.
Okay.
And then he'll drop his light crossbow. Will grab the two-handed spear, or grab the spear with both hands to use it as versatile, and then as bonus action he'll disappear again, and that's going to be a 19 for stealth.
Okay.
And that'll be the end of his turn.
I don't think its possession is considered a different creature, so I think well, it's not saying that it is saying it's a different creature, but I think by hex 1, I hex everything he possesses.
That's why I smited it too.
That's how I see it as well.
Yeah.
It's the same creature. The only thing is when it possesses a corpse, its type turns to undead, so it's like an undead shell with a... Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is still hexed. But you didn't hex it yet, so did you?
Nah,
No, I didn't think so.
I thought I had to wait for it to come out, so I was going to hit it and then hex it when
What does Hex do?
Oh, um, Hexblade Curse.
Yeah, what does that do?
Gives me critical on 19. I add my proficiency to damage, and if the hex creature dies, I regain health.
Oh, all right.
Lyra, what would you like to do? As
Oh.
this thing suddenly appears, the corpse falls to the ground, coming out of it.
All right.
Kill you in my real form.
I will start muttering in Infernal again, and I will cast Dissonant Whispers again.
Nah. You think I'm afraid of you? Alright, Dissonant Whispers, that's a wisdom?
Yep.
Oh my god, it failed.
Woo, excellent. Oh, and I actually rolled really good on that too. 6, 6, and 4 is 16 psychic damage, and it must immediately use its reaction if it is available to move as far as its speed allows away from
It
me.
does, and even worse than that, there are some people standing around him.
Oh no.
Go ahead as he, this stuff in my head, I can't take it anymore. And he flows right through you, walking through one of you using corporal movement. But as he does such, proceed to take your attacks of opportunity. Let's go with the first one, Cassandra.
Okay.
If you wish, you don't have to.
Well, it's not like it's gonna matter because she's immune to mundane weapons. But
He's not immune.
oh well,
Just resistant.
I only got 9 anyways.
No, he walks right through you as you fiercely swing your sword at him. He does not affect him. Next up, Nathan.
I got a 23 to hit.
Can I use my bonus action after these guys are done?
Sure, you got one? No.
Yeah. Okay. Just making sure.
I got a 23 to hit with my longsword.
Oh yeah, that will fuck him up.
And that's another. What is 6 plus 7 is 13.
Correct.
Right? Yeah, 13. So halved. 6 damage. And can I smite as like within a reaction? Probably not, right?
I
Yeah, you
don't
can.
see why not.
Okay, well then I'm
Yeah,
gonna smite.
I think it's any attack.
Yeah, any attack that hits, you can smite. The
Yeah.
action smite spells, I would not allow. But,
Okay, he takes 18 radiant damage from that.
God damn. Boom! And a blinding splash of radiant light. He loses cohesion. And then who's got the box?
I think I got the box.
You're holding
Yeah,
the box?
he was the one that made it.
Nice.
Oh, give me a, I want to say, like, something because I want it to be cool, but at the same time.
Yeah, that's the good one. Hey, out.
Oh, did you
Point at
hear
the
that?
box.
I'm so sorry.
I mean, it's good for the demon too, right?
Yeah.
I didn't hear what he said.
And he starts going as his body starts to lose cohesion. And which one of you's got the box?
Oh, I have the box. I just couldn't hear what you said about the box.
Yeah. I can't recognize voices that well. I haven't got to know y'all that quite yet. I got the box. I'm like, oh god, which one is that?
Alavar.
Alavar, thank you. I'm sorry. I'll get your voices down. I swear to God, I will.
Yeah.
Let's just skip because he's starting to lose cohesion. He is falling apart. So I don't really. I just kind of want to describe it. He's losing cohesion. Alavar, you feel the need of something. You take out the box. You open it. Yay, nay. Describe it if you will. Because you just blasted through this motherfucker that quick.
Oh, that's nice.
And you hold open the box, and
Yeah.
instead of just dispersing in, you can see all the black goo, like an inky drip, sliding and falling into the box. And as it does, and finally closes, the wind blows. All your hair's getting blown back, everything, the force of this, and then finally, as it enters, it slams the box door shut.
Well, that was easy.
And then I sit on it.
I thought it would be. I'm sorry.
See? And this is how you clean the mess up.
This is a challenge rating 4 creature that y'all just mauled. With a 30 hit points buffer of a corpse meat shield.
Yep.
So I just kind of shakily put my sword away and I say, yeah, easy.
What?
What?
See, we resealed it. We unleashed it. We resealed it. No harm done.
There was no we in this unleashing it thing.
Do you want to take credit for it? Because then you were
You're the one that broke the box.
Because it told me so. How was I supposed to know that that was a lie?
Hey, Nathan, I'm going to tell you to do something. I want you to tell me whether you think it's a good idea or not, okay?
Sure. Go ahead.
Hit yourself in the face.
No. No.
Yeah, see,
I'm gonna go with a no.
Yeah, see, that's exactly it. When a demon or an undead thing just kind of comes out in the open and says, "Do this thing or else," you might not want to do that thing because it's probably trying to make you do the thing it's telling you to do.
Fair
So
enough.
when it said, "Break the box or I'll kill everyone," that was it telling you to break the box so it could be free. You don't want to do that.
I thought I was doing everyone a favor.
I'm going to take out the rope and tie the box shut.
Okay.
Well, at least we calmed those kids down.
Okay, you got me on that one.
Oh, would anybody like to check the cart? The little hand cart he was bringing up.
Yeah, how many corpses were in it? Investigation roll?
There's a few pigs.
A few pig corpses?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. That's
That demon was about to get really creative.
that's yeah, that's
I would have went with the wild boar stats.
yeah, that's a thing. that's all Val's gonna say. He's just gonna lift the tarp up, look at the dead pigs, and be like, "Yeah, that's a thing." Drop the tarp and just walk away from it.
Well, I'm sorry for unleashing it, but now we did it. Good job.
Man, this town has so many levels of fucked. I don't know what to do anymore.
Yeah.
And
I took my rope. I tied ran the rope so it's tied on.
you hog-tied the shit out of the box.
Yeah, and I handed off to Cassandra.
Right. Now, I'd say let's give this to the mayor, but I'll be honest, he sounds kind of...
Shifty as hell?
I was going to go with incompetent, but yeah, shifty sounds also correct.
Why don't we throw it into the sea?
So the hags can get it again. Yes, Nathan, good job.
Oh, never said I was good at making plans. I just have ideas.
Hey, I got an idea. Look, we'll take it back to my place. We'll bury it deep. We'll make sure the people that I hire in order to take care of the place, they'll make sure that nobody disturbs the property. Nobody's going to be owning it or anything like that. We'll just bury the damn thing, and hopefully it'll be, forgotten.
Evil Dead. And then they found the Necronomicon in the bottom of this.
Just imagining like the Jumanji drums leading everybody to it, like dum, 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 dum. People are like, "What the fuck's that? Gotta dig that up and play with it."
Or we can always give it to the Archmages in Illumina. They would probably be able to do something with it in order to keep it from being, and he'll point at Nathan, keep him from being, that.
I don't know.
Oh yeah,
What?
Sounds
it's
like
somewhat magical or demon in nature. Oh yeah, just give it to the archmages. They know what to do.
I
Yeah,
really tried. God.
I think that's the smartest. I think we should give it to Jebediah, though.
Mm.
Adern has been going on a lot of adventures, and I think it'd just be best if Jebediah had it.
I don't know, having a demon in a box could be cool.
Oh, it's 100% cool.
Could be handy.
If
You
only
know,
I was higher level. This would be so fun to use.
I'm not gonna lie. As soon
So
as we
many
had the box
ideas.
and that, I wanted to do Dick in the Box for my bardic inspiration to somebody. That was my plan.
So I guess we'll tell the mayor of our recent success, even though it's probably really late at night.
Fuck it,
And
you starts waking him up.
But one question: when did the guard guy die?
at sundown when the demon reformed, he reformed back in the middle of where he was destroyed at, and the guard at night would be the only one hanging around in that area, and so he killed him there. And if you inspect the guard's body, you will find blackened areas where his soul was sucked out through the tendrilic necrotic damage. Like his there's a big rotting mark on his chest where he was killed that way.
Well, shit, I guess we better tell the mayor about this dead dude.
But
then
we
he
learned
Slaughtered
something.
a couple hogs.
Demons reform where they die.
Yeah,
Well,
there's that.
Slaughtered a couple hogs, and then went searching for you, thinking, "Hey, that's probably where they would go." Or you could say he went there to the cemetery to dig up more great corpses as well to use for other stuff, and then you all were there.
I'm going to take out my sword again, and I'm just gonna use I'm just gonna stab the sword into the body and use a divine smite on the corpse to just burn it with radiance.
Okay.
That way, it won't get possessed again, or it won't be susceptible to being animated.
You can take the corpse back, the radiated corpse, slightly microwave the corpse back to the town.
Well, we have a perfectly good wagon for that now, and I
Pigs.
guess who wants bacon? Ew.
Bacon?
Why would I say that?
I want bacon.
Is there anything wrong with the pigs, or were they just stabbed to death, or was their souls sucked out too?
They were stabbed.
Oh well, I guess
I got a 19 medicine on the pigs. Are they edible?
Yes. He just took the pigs and he just cut their throats and would let them bleed out. Standard slaughter procedure, whatever that is.
Yeah, they're just normal slaughtered pigs. They're edible.
While he was in human form or the corpse form or whatever, he did that then. And then, there's farm animals he found on his way out. Oh, look. More corpses just in case. But he got opportunity to attack the fuck out. He's a challenge rating 4. I figured he would give you all. He's so fucking cool, too.
I mean, to be fair, I think almost all of us are level 3 or 2.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't have done it as a tier 2 game. That would have been way too easy. But a tier 1, I figured challenge rating 4. I don't know. Maybe I'll just give him some more minions or some shit.
Just amp him up and give him the ability to possess 3 bodies at once.
Okay. I'm sorry it wasn't much of a challenge. All right.
No.
If you all do want to return the Dybbuk box to the wizards, they will pay you 100 gold each.
Well, the wizards are actual characters in this game.
Oh, never mind. Then they will pay
Yeah.
whatever you think they would pay.
Oh, Will is Jebediah. I'm Adrian, so
Okay.
yeah.
Then they will do whatever they will do, and that's up to you all.
So we
Not like a council type thing. Yeah, they'll pay some way to give you cash for this because there is no actual treasure in this game.
yeah, well, she doesn't want treasure. She is a servant of Palor now, so this is just a good deed.
Yeah, not every adventure has to have treasure at the end of it.
It's true. I mean, sometimes just, sometimes killing shit's its own reward.
It's like the first adventure where I paid for the adventure. Like, I paid 100 gold. God damn it.
Yeah, no, you're out, Cash. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I guess in the fucking name of Paler, I don't come for the cash. Right?
You can't use the name of Palor. You deceived a bunch of children and you lied to people's faces.
Yes, for
And
greater
then you-
good.
You lied to a bunch of children and mutilated corpses for the greater good. Man, I want to just be a
Okay, have you ever
paladin
heard
of
the
Palor
story?
now.
Have you ever heard the story of that babies were delivered by a fucking bird? Everyone lies to children. No one is going to be like, yeah, so this is what's going down. So you got to lie sometimes to make the truth less hurtful, which is what I did.
There's a bird involved in all of this?
That great.
Really, the storks out.
Oh, lordy.
And with that, the adventure is over. Have a good day.
Bye, everyone.